Hey, what is up? It's nice to be back again with yet another stream, and I'm yet again disappointed in my camera. I don't know. This is so annoying. I have to keep on manually going through and resetting my camera. So annoying. And I don't know why this keeps happening too. Let me set the exposure again. But like, I do get some frame drops on this camera, and it's kind of annoying because usually it's like buttery smooth, but I have to like, sometimes I have to like mess with the settings to get it looking as good as usual. Anyways, Newbie back again with yet another stream. How are you guys doing today? We have a lot of things to get to. Gonna get to some haters. Do a little comment section type thing, so that'll be fun. Oh my goodness. And depending on how many of you guys show up in chat, I might answer some calls as well. Oh, hold on, wait a second. I forgot to check my DMs. Cause I am... Okay, hold on, let me see here. Okay, I'll have to read this later. Me and Thor have been working on the podcast. Send me some deets. It'll take me more time to read than this. It is 100% fine for me to leak, I think. We're working on a podcast, so. Hold on, give me a second. I need to reset this camera. Hold on, let me see. Frustrating. I don't know, I'm getting frame drops, it's bad. Hopefully it looks better on your guys' end. Because I have had that happen a couple times. Oh, hold on, I know what's happening. Okay, everything should work better now. I know what it was. I was running some encoding. Yo, I was running some encoding on some files. Like, yo, I was converting video files. How would I? That was dumb of me not to pick up that would affect the stream quality in some way. I actually had thought I had already, I actually thought I had already, turned it off. So that's where that came from. Alrighty, but we have so many things to get to. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm also very likely going to read chat, answer some questions from y'all. In large part just because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the news just hasn't been particularly interesting. I mean, we still have, Ohio's Ohio. Ohio's always gonna Ohio. So we have Ohio things to talk about today. But yeah, either, I answer some calls or I just play Minecraft or something. Or PUBG. I haven't played PUBG in like forever. But it's high time that we went ahead and got into, the subject at hand. Let me pull this up here. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. So, a lot of you guys are probably familiar with what happened at Cedarville University. In short, there was a stabbing. The person who did the stabbing got arrested, charged, and the person who ended up getting stabbed, he is safe as far as I know. And he's been, he has some Title IX complaints against him, and that has kind of caused some tension at Cedarville University because some people think that the university hasn't handled his cases correctly, and other people just think that we should just let everything alone and just not even talk about the entire situation, because if we do talk about it, it's gossip. And I know that probably sounds like a crazy thing, to think, or like a crazy thing. Like you might think that, you know, Christians hearing about like some sort of like sexual harassment or assault allegations might not think that, you know, we should just not talk about it because it's gossip. But, you know, that is what we see. And, you know, these comments were good enough that they already have made for my thumbnail of this video. So I kind of talked about the whole situation. Let's see here. I talked about the whole situation in a couple of videos of mine. Actually 3 videos of mine. And I did this video that, you know, it got some pretty high views, but the retention was horrible just because I SEO'd the crap out of this thing. And it wasn't really about the revival. And I'm sure a lot of people clicked on it looking for the revival, which is why it's my biggest video right now, which is kind of unfortunate. But, you know, I did talk about everything that was going on, which is why it was 40 minutes long, because after the student got stabbed and there were calls for protests in regards to how Dr. White's been handling these situations, Dr. White decided to call for a revival, and then that sort of disrupted a lot of the protests. And in the backlash of that, people started bullying the Cedarville Interpreter, and also on top of that, they were saying that pretty much anyone who is, you know, saying that Cedarville University doesn't handle their Title IX cases correctly, they're just, you know, spouting rumors, being divisive, trying to spark division at Cedarville University. And, you know, this line of thinking was espoused in my comment section here. So we have a couple things. You know, one person, Marta, said, "We don't care, get over it, boy," which is, you know, an interesting way to react to people being concerned about how sexual assault allegations are being handled at a university. Saying we don't care to sexual assault allegations doesn't really sound like the most like Christ-like response. It's very interesting. But there's one comment that I actually wanted to touch on a lot more, because it's the one I've been hearing a lot, and it's the one that I've heard and seen, you know, a lot of students on campus use to try to shut down these conversations. Dr. White hinted at it, but he didn't really explicitly use this talking point. But this one comes from Karen Ostendorf. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Karen Ostendorf Ayika. And she said here, "This sounds like gossip." And I've been seeing this a lot. A lot of people were saying, "You're just gossiping if you're talking about Cedarville University scandals." And, you know, that logic doesn't really work. And I think it might be helpful specifically to kind of go over at first, you know, what gossip is. So if you go to dictionary.com, you'll see the definition of gossip is idle talk or rumor, especially about the personal or private affairs of other. Now that first definition is what I really want to focus on, because here's the thing. In my opinion, right, and also in the opinion of this dictionary, right, gossip, you know, specifically is when you're talking about personal or private things that are like none of your business. So if you can legitimately say that something is not your business, then it's not. If you can legitimately say that something is not your business, then it is 100% gossip. But if it is something that is your business, then it isn't gossip. Now. The label of gossip does not apply if a situation is public, which is why a lot of the people who were out here saying that talking about the Cedarville University scandals is you're just gossiping, they were completely fine with talking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. It was fine because that is a public situation, you know, and it also doesn't apply to a legal proceeding, which is what the Cedarville stabbing is. And it also doesn't apply to incidents that like aren't legal, but they do put like safety and health of other people at risk. So another example of this would be the whole like trail derailment, right, in East Palestine. And this also applies to unresolved Title IX cases, especially if, you know, they're, you know, even if they're not 100% confirmed, they're definitely like corroborated. So there's like some like cause for concern, because let's be honest, right? You know, I'm sure, the Cedarville Interpreter crowd might get mad at me for this, but not every Title IX accusation is going to be true, going to be correct. Hashtag believe all women. No, we're not on that nonsense. We do have to trust due process. So I do understand where like some people are coming from when they say like, oh, we need to kind of let the process, run its course. I think the problem is, of course, if the process isn't, being followed correctly, then that's where you have problems. But still, always innocent before proven guilty. Now, it's interesting because hold on, let me pull this up here. Bible Gateway. I found this particularly interesting. Let me pull this up here. Because I found this particularly interesting that a lot of people were taking what was going on at Cedarville, particularly with the Title IX incidents, and saying that talking about the what had reportedly happened and how Cedarville University was handling these incidents. People were saying that was gossip. I thought it was interesting specifically because that's literally the type of conversation that Paul had when he was speaking to the Corinthians. If you take a look at 1 Corinthians chapter 5, we see here, hold on, let me see here. Let's see, where's the verse? I'm trying to find it. Hold on, give me 1 second here. Okay. It was really interesting because this is literally the types of conversations that Paul was having when he was speaking to the Corinthians. If you look at 1 Corinthians chapter 5, he kicks it off literally saying, it is actually reported that there is sexual immorality among you, and such sexual immorality is not even named among the Gentiles, that a man has his father's wife. And then verse 2 says, and you were puffed up and have not rather mourned that he who has done this deed might be taken away from among you. Now, he didn't say we've got proof, like evidence that this has happened. He's actually saying it's been reported that this has happened, so I'm pretty sure that this has occurred. You need to put this man kind of like out of your assembly. Interesting that if the same thing happens at Cedarville University and you're talking about what has actually been reported, then it turns into gossip and sinful, despite Paul having done the exact same thing. I find that rather interesting. Now, I do think that one question that is interesting to bring up is, does the Cedarville interpreter appropriately address the gossip debate? I think that when it comes to like gossip, one tough thing for me too is that in my opinion, I get the impression that Cedarville interpreter is biased in the favor of anyone who comes out with an accusation. I've never heard the Cedarville interpreter, for example, say that an accusation, was unreliable or unverified. I've never heard Cedarville interpreter say, someone has said this, but I don't particularly believe it. I get the impression that Cedarville interpreter leans more into the, believe all women. If someone comes forward with an allegation, you instantly kind of take them at their word, ignoring all of the circumstances of the situation, potential motives, all of that, which I don't think is healthy and I don't think it's good and right, especially when it comes to Christians, accusing other Christians of doing things. I think that we should be very, very careful about that. But Cedarville University, the Cedarville interpreter was right on one count where they kind of talked about how, this whole gossip situation was kind of brought on by us just not having answers to questions that we had, burning questions about very pertinent situations in regards to the safety of the students. But I do think that they misplaced the blame on following the rumors. I remember them saying that the rumors occurred because we rarely have scandals. This is not the case because, at least from what I understand, the university has scandals every 2 years or so. The problem is that the details are the problem is that details tend to be scant regarding these sorts of incidents. And then of course I think, you know, Dr. White did say some good things when he was, even as he was sort of like distracting folks away from the protests, but still there were some details that that would have been helpful to share with the student body, and there are just unfortunately too many unknowns in the whole situation. And I think we have to be at peace with not knowing everything, but there is certainly some unease when students very much get the feeling that the university knows a lot more about what's going on in these events that, you know, very directly directly affect their safety on campus, and civil universities like withholding that information. So that sort of puts people on edge, and understandably so. Now, let's see here. I will say that it is inappropriate to throw Proverbs 17:28 at people's faces, which is what the Cedarville Encourager did, because they kind of, you know, said, you know, because it's a verse that says, right, that if you're, you know, even a dumb dude, you know, is viewed as smart when he keeps his mouth shut. It's kind of what he's saying, right? And that verse has kind of been used a lot just to tell people, hey, shut up. But if you quote the verse, you know, it sounds nicer and it sounds more Christian. But the problem with that is we have multiple verses that say that Christians should like speak out for those who are being unjustly treated. And, you know, of course, we also have, you know, Paul in the earlier passage, you know, directly speaking to people saying, hey, I've heard you've done these things. Get that person out of your sight. We have Proverbs 31, 8 through 9, which essentially states that we're called to speak out for those who are being unjustly treated. And Ephesians 4:15 also calls Christians to speak the truth in love, which means we can do the same when it comes to Cedarville University incidents. Now, the in love thing is like very, very important, right? I don't think that we should try to impute motives onto Dr. White, because let's be honest, we don't know what's going on in his heart. So for example, I don't 100% know, you know, whether or not, you know, he was intending to just like, you know, sweep the whole situations under the rug. I completely understand why it would look that way, but we also don't 100% know, you know, what was in his mind, because I also know, you know, as, you know, being a student there for like 4 years on campus, that he has legitimately been wanting revival on campus every single year. I think even every single semester. He said that, you know, from chapel. Like, I don't know if y'all just forgot, but he's legitimately like said this. So him wanting revival on campus is not something new. So it is possible that this is coming from a very genuine, you know, place of just wanting revival on campus. That is a possibility. And I think even, and I can see why it wouldn't look like it was a genuine call for revival. Even if that's not the case, I think, you know, we still have to have some grace there, and just not rush to judgment. That's what I would say. And I think, you know, when it comes to speaking the truth in love, I think a lot of the folks who are kind of like the anti protests, anti Cedarville interpreter folks, could probably take a note, you know, out of that commandment, that exhortation, especially when, you know, we had Dr. White call for a revival, a spiritual revival, and then on the heels of that, we had people bullying an independent publication of which at least one member is a current student, calling them all sorts of names, saying that they're, you know, just trying to spark division, enemies of God. Like, what? I mean, people we're legitimately saying, yeah, spiritual revival. We hate you. You're a terrible person. You are an enemy of God. Based on, in large part, a lot of them are actually based on rumors, which, when directed on towards Jonathan Sweetman, which he then went on to like debunk in his live stream on Instagram. You know, it's pretty accessible. You can go to the Instagram channel and Instagram account and check that out. But I figured I would just address this because the whole like the whole like this is gossip, you can't talk about this rhetoric is just getting kind of out of hand. and actually is sort of like opposed to what we see, a lot of godly saints doing in scripture anyways. So I just thought it would be good to like put that out there, because it's just not the case. I understand, not wanting your heroes to fall. I feel like there are like three types of Cedarville University students, right? There's like, there's the Cedar stand, right? Which is like the Cedarville University can do no wrong. Dr. White is Daddy White. We've got number two, the Yellow Jackets, who are just like, university's not perfect, but it's good. I like it here. Some things they could work on, but I enjoy the place, which is where I personally find myself. And then you have number three, which is like the Cedar villains, which like university's like terrible, awful. They need to change almost everything about the university. The Covenant is dumb and stupid. We should be able to drink as much as we want to. Let's break all the rules because all the rules are dumb. We hate the dress code policy, all of that sort of thing. There's a wide range of opinions among the students. Actually, it may not seem like that from the outside in, but having been there, there's all sorts of opinions about the university, about the rules, and I think, with all of those things going on, we just need to like make sure that we're treating each other properly, not slandering each other, right? Either side of the debate, and trusting God in these whole situations. I know a lot of people are fearful right now with how Cedarville University has handled these Title IX incidents. And again, I don't think we 100% even know that they've mishandled these cases necessarily. I could be wrong, but I have not seen sufficient evidence to say that. Just reports. I think with everything, like, we just need to focus on trusting God and everything. Because there isn't, a whole lot more that we can do. I mean, I definitely speak out. I think that's definitely a good thing to do, but I think that prayer is more powerful than pretty much anything else you can do. So that would probably be a more appropriate route to take things. But I just wanted to say that, talk about the whole situation, clear things up, and address some pretty bad takes in the comment section. All right. Oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to seeing the comments on that one. All right, so now let's get to the other story that happened in Ohio. What the heck happened in Ohio? It's the question we're always asking, and not even the investigators know, because the cause of the Oakwood metal plant explosion has not yet been determined. But they do state that it's not criminal. The Akron Beacon Journal put out this article, actually relatively recently, going over the situation that happened in Ohio. If you're not familiar, there was a fire at a metal plant that, led to an explosion, killed one person and injured 13 others. But some people were instantly saying, and they were freaking out and being like, "Oh, this is like another crazy hazmat situation." No, it was not. The initial report said that this was a mass casualty event. It was not. One person died. Unfortunate that someone died, but I'm glad that it was, one person instead of, dozens of folks, as a lot of people were presuming initially. But let's see what details we have. Let's see here. The office put out a statement saying, although the exact cause of this deadly failure is not known at this time, investigators are hopeful information provided by furnace experts in the mechanical and electrical fields will assist in the determination. Interesting. I'm surprised that they feel like they know so like certainly that it's not criminal, but they don't know what the cause is. I think that's kind of interesting. Interesting. So the company says that Friday, 8 of the 12 employees sent to the hospital have been released, and said that it hopes the 4 in the hospital will be released soon. That's good. I mean, because that happened, a week ago? A little over a week ago. And so the fact that they're being discharged is, hopefully that's a good sign. And hopefully these are not life-changing injuries that they've sustained. Now, one thing that's interesting is that it says here in the article that the company, has been, is mostly inaccessible and will remain closed during the investigation. One thing that's kind of interesting is, the investigation is continuing, but they had like 2 health and safety complaints last year that have not yet been resolved. So the investigation is still ongoing, but this could very well just be a company not taking care of the employees and providing a safe enough environment for them. And, you know, when you're running a company, you absolutely have to make sure that you're making your environment a safe place for your employees to work, or else things like this can happen. And maybe they felt like cutting corners and saving some money here and there. But I'm pretty sure that with the building exploded, maybe they're going to be spending a little bit more money than they saved by getting rid of those cost-saving measures. So that's unfortunate, but I'm glad that almost everyone is out of the hospital, and hopefully those people who are still in the hospital will be released soon. Oh my goodness. What is this? What in the world? What in the world? What in the world? Okay, I want to go through the whole timeline of this, because a lot of you, like me, probably were not, you know, watching the results as they rolled in. But this race was crazy. So if you guys are not familiar, Chicago is in shambles. One person in my chat knows this too well. And the mayor there, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, has been, you know, always under scrutiny. There's always been scandals surrounding her year after year, but she's always been able to, you know, to keep, you know, this tight grip on her position as mayor of Chicago. And today there was an election. And we see here, starting, you know, as early as 5:15, you know, we have a mayoral candidate, Sophia King, making a last push for votes here.
Fourth Ward Alderman Sophia King also hoping to be the next mayor.
Our Tara Molina is live at King's campaign headquarters for us for tonight. Tara?
Joe and Erica, King has emphasized collaboration and unification throughout her mayoral campaign, and she says she has a proven track record of both in her 7 years as alderman here, that she's the candidate who can unify and connect the entire city, represent the entire city, and not just segments of it. Our cameras rolled today as Sophia King greeted voters at Chicago institution Manny's Deli, representing a diverse chunk of Chicago from the Loop to Hyde Park, where she's lived for 30 years. Alderman King has emphasized something we know is top of mind for voters: safety. She has an 18-page...
And that's one major thing. Wait, okay, pause. Okay. That's one major thing with this whole situation of having Lori Lightfoot in Chicago as the mayor of Chicago, because it's a very, very unsafe place to live. There are tons of shootings, tons of violence, tons of crime. It's just not a great place to live.
Justice plan that includes bringing back 1,000 retired police officers to fill staffing gaps, replacing Police Superintendent David Brown internally with someone with Chicago roots, and moving to 4-day, 10-hour shifts for officers, with an emphasis on equity, uniting all of her major proposed changes. Now we're expecting to see Sophia...
I don't know what equity means in that scenario, because the policies outlined were literally just hiring police officers.
King here at her campaign headquarters, Bronzeville Winery. In just the next couple of hours, she'll be joined by her family and her supporters. Until then, reporting live in Bronzeville, I'm Tara Molina, CBS 2 News.
Interesting. Now, here we have the voter turnout as of 5 p.m. Almost 500,000 ballots were cast, and that represented about 28% of the turnout. And we see like the breakdown of that turnout there. And let's see what the vote total was at that point. By 7 p.m., we had a little over 500,000 ballots cast. And that represents about 32% of the expected vote. Now, what we have here is some early results, which were kind of interesting because Lori Lightfoot, I was expecting her to be in first, right? I mean, I would imagine that folks in Chicago would want someone other than Lori Lightfoot, but she's a Democrat incumbent, and Democrat states are very loyal to their incumbents. So I was hoping that Lightfoot would lose, but I wasn't particularly hopeful. However, we see here in this image, I don't know how well you can see that, but Paul Vallas got 36% of the vote here as of 7:38. Brendan Johnson got 19% of the votes, and Lori Lightfoot got 15. So she was in third. She wasn't even in first, which surprised me. And then as the night wore on, we see here his he's got 36% here with more than 75% of the vote in, with Lightfoot slipping down to like 15% there. Let's see. So we have Alderman Brian Hopkins excited about Vallas's performance, says Lightfoot should concede. I mean, that sounds about right? She's in third, duking it out for second. Meanwhile, the person in first is like 35% of the vote. Let's see here. Now here it is, the death nail. Odds not looking good for Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Mayor Lori Lightfoot was coming in third Tuesday night. This is not the way Mayor Lightfoot expected the night to go. That's crazy. The mood at Mayor Lightfoot's campaign headquarters at Carpenter's Hall went from subdued to dejected as the night went on. It's crazy. I think Scott said, Scott Waju-Spack, I don't know how to say that, who was a supporter of Lightfoot, said, I think the 4 years have been a great accomplishment. Yes, you have accomplished how not to run a city. What? I don't know what kind of accomplishment in a good way. How? I don't know. I've seen more movement the last 4 years than I did the previous 15. Yeah, backwards. The movement went backwards, my friend. I'm sorry. And thankfully, 23 minutes ago, we had Lightfoot conceding to Vallas and Johnson with nearly 90% of the vote counted. Now, the way this works is, as I understand it, Vallas does not have 50%. And so, because no one had 50%, the two individuals who got the highest amount of votes will be doing a runoff election. They'll be running against each other. So that's Paul Vallas and Brandon Johnson. They'll be duking it out for all of the marbles and some of the crime. Well, hopefully reducing crime. Let's hope they do that. We'll see. But I think a lot of the voters in Chicago kind of want the police to come back and defend them from all of the criminals. So it's possible. It is certainly possible that let's see. It's certainly possible that they do that, make Chicago a safer place, because I think at this point enough is probably enough. Probably. We'll see. All right. Let's see here. Let me pull this up because I'm pretty sure that I have a React request. Here we go. Yeah, so I got this React request here. Mr. Pizza put out a video. Hold on, let me see. Let me rewind here. Mr. Pizza put out a video. If you're not familiar with Mr. Pizza, he was one of my viewers. He's a prominent member of my Discord. By the way, check out my Discord. Link is dscrd.ntnwb.cc. If you're watching the stream live, the link is in the description. And yeah, if you join the Discord, you can influence what I react to on stream, give stream ideas, provide feedback, all that good jazz. But Anyways, we have a huge update from Mr. Pizza. I'm not sure what this huge update is, but I'm looking forward to seeing what Mr. Pizza has to say. Hold on, I'm going to go ahead and unmute the chat. There we go. All right, here we go.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Mr.
I thought that was a thumbnail. There's no microphone, or there's no camera. What?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Mr. Pizza, bringing you a huge update video. First off, sorry for not using the webcam this time. I didn't feel like doing it this time. Anyway, that is a side note. Let's get into the big update. Okay, so as you've probably noticed, the main channel has undergone a lot of changes recently that has probably upsetted a lot of people, but maybe not. I don't know. It kind of depends on, you know, your type of content desires and like what you prefer good for content, right? So basically the main channel has shifted from more of a reaction-based channel into stuff like gaming and everything. Basically just more into a creative-based channel. And
that's cool.
This decision has definitely left the channel in a state of death, and it is what it is, you know.
I mean, it's fine that you're like accepting that, because, you know, if you're gonna pivot, and we saw this with the Liberator too, like if we're gonna pivot to a new type of content, you know, your existing audience might not connect with it. You might not be good at the first few videos that you make in your new style, so you definitely have to be okay with saying, hey, I'm not gonna get the views that I got before, and that's all right.
You know, I'm not here to complain that, oh, the channel's dead or whatever. Not this time, because I have good news. I'm pretty sure I have found a way to please both sides of my audience.
Oh.
Guys, we are reviving Mr. Pizza 2, but we're not just reviving it. Everybody who wanted reaction videos out of me, everyone who is part of the reaction/YTP community on my channel, guess what? The Mr. Pizza 2 channel is for you guys, and that's because the Mr. Pizza 2 channel is now being rebranded into the reaction channel.
That's cool, and this is a smart move, because if you know, especially if he still enjoys making those reaction videos, you know, finding a way to have a creative center for his, you know, making the types of content that he's trying to, you know, mess around with and try out, while also simultaneously giving his core audience, his existing audience, something that they actually want, is a really good balance here. And, you know, one could argue that, you know, if we're just looking at the stats, the Liberator could have done the same thing. I personally am not a huge stats matter, but I'm also like not a huge, like, you know, we need to hit these numbers guys. So for me, it's more about the content, but, you know, I understand people love chasing that success. And if you're gonna do that, I think Mr. Pizza actually did it in the best way possible. It's a pretty smart move. I'm a big fan. I like this.
That's right. Now, I think I'm probably going to keep the channel name the same, Mr. Pizza 2. I don't think that's going to change into anything else, but I might. I'm not too sure. But either way, the Mr. Pizza channel, well, the Mr. Pizza 2 channel is, I should say, is going to be revived, and it's going to be the reaction channel. And I'm giving you this update on the main channel because, well, this is where my big audience is. The Mr. Pizza 2 channel has like 42 subscribers, and it doesn't get many views, so it's better to announce it on the bigger channel opposed to the smaller one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope this is gonna make everybody happy, because I get to revive the second channel.
Making everyone happy is a fool's errand. I've stopped trying. I have stopped trying to do that a long time ago. Well, actually, not too long, but you get the point. Like you literally just can't please everyone. So it is I like that he is pleasing the people that he's able to please, but I think just know, you know, if you're looking at this video for a strategy of what, if you're looking at this video for what a strategy for like what you should do, don't assume you're going to be able to make the same moves that Mr. Pizza is here. Mr. Pizza, you know, I'm sure enjoys making this React content, and is able to continue doing so at a high quality, which is why he's doing it. But if you're trying to pivot away from what you really don't like doing, don't feel the need to keep on doing it on the second channel like Mr. Pizza doing here. just to placate some fans, because at the end of the day, it's not going to be worth it.
While at the same time following my passions for the main channel. And I know that you guys probably saw the community post. It was a very serious post, and it was definitely me saying that, you know, the channel it's basically dead. It's not in a good state. The future isn't very bright, because long story short, I essentially said that 2024 could be the final year of the channel. Now, I still stand by that, okay? I want to make this clear, but I still stand by that. I don't necessarily know too much about this yet. I'm not confirming nor denying anything as of this moment. Only time will tell if we'll be quitting in 2024 or not. Only time will tell. But
Interesting.
I would like to lean toward
He's gonna keep that door open.
more that it wouldn't be the end, but again, not confirming, not denying anything, because like I kind of stated, you know, reactions, YTP reactions were getting stale. I didn't have too much fun with it as much as I used to, and I started completely changing the content up ahead of time, and it definitely left the channel in a state of death. And I know I'm bringing this up again, but the thing is, I try to always reassure myself that, you know, I'm not doing this for the views or anything, which I like to think,
good.
but I think at the end of the day, no matter how many times you tell yourself that,
Said
if a
in the
video
chat.
underperforms,
Hey, yo,
like,
what's
it
up?
really hits you in a negative way. It really affects your mental state, even if
Yeah, and I was getting that indication from his, you know, some of his videos earlier on, and also kind of how much when he hit 1K and then lost 1K again when it comes to like subscriber counts, how much it affected him. I can kind of tell the toll that was taking on him, which is why I've never tried to chase numbers on here. Even to the extent that, you know, my most popular video right now, I wish that it wasn't as successful, because I think people went to the video looking for something very specific, and the video was, you know, tangentially about that situation, but it was also about like a whole range of issues, and I think a lot of people walked away being disappointed, which is why the retention rate was abysmal. It's a whole stats thing, but, you know, I want to focus on making good content, and there's a difference
Said in the
between
chat.
you know,
All
making
8 of
good
us were
content
just
and making
playing Jackbox.
content that's always going to get you views, because those are not always the same. Oh, hey, I said what's up. I did not know you guys were gone. I literally had planned for like the beginning of the stream to spend like 30 minutes just reading chat, but nobody was there. And so I was just like, okay, I have my show notes. I'm just going to keep it moving. Oh my goodness. But it's, I mean, yeah, I'm glad you guys are having fun with Jackbox. I've heard really good things about Jackbox. I've actually played it as well. It's a good game. It's a good game.
you're trying to reassure yourself that you don't care about the views anymore, deep down you still do. You're just trying to tell yourself that you're you're essentially being in denial, telling yourself that it's no big deal. But in reality, you really do wish you could get more views out of the stuff that you're putting your work into. And even though I don't necessarily enjoy reactions or YTP reactions as much as I once did, I still feel like there's still some great reactions that I can have from time to time, which is why I want to be able to move the reactions to the second channel, because I just think that's the better decision. So
That's good, especially if he knows that he's gonna want
in the
to
chat.
do that, like to do
You should
reactions.
play with us sometime.
Continuing to
The
do so
more
just on a
people
different
that
channel
play, the
and posting
funner.
more infrequently is pretty good. Moving off the main channel probably reduces some of the pressure that he feels as well to constantly do reactions if he doesn't feel like doing them. So you should play with us sometime. The more people that play, the funnier. I don't have Jackbox, but does only the party leader need to pay? I guess that's how it works, right? That's how it worked in college. I played the game like 3 times in my life. But yeah, if you guys, I don't know. I usually don't play games unless I'm on stream, honestly. So, but like if there's like you guys can do like a Jackbox Thursday or something, I would be absolutely down for that. And streaming, it would be a very interesting experience. Hopefully nobody cheats. You can't. If we did Jackbox on stream, you have to promise not to stream snipe me. Can't do it. Can't do it.
So you might be like, okay, so what does this mean for the main channel? Well, the main channel is going to kind of stay in the same state that it's been recently. Stuff like gaming content, any stories I write and get voiced over will be on the channel here. The podcast will remain on this channel. Commentary-based content will remain on this channel. Basically anything that's not a reaction video. Now, here's the thing, stuff like YTVs, like if I just do decide to make YouTube poop, it will still be on the main channel, okay? Okay, same thing with shit posts. You know, quality shit posts will also remain on the main channel.
Makes sense.
Anything reaction related will be on the second channel.
Yeah,
if that makes.
And that makes sense because, like, if you're gonna do those types of posts, if you're gonna do YTPs, to be honest, that's creative content. And so if you're, you know, I will say, you know, maybe I don't think, like, you know, all the jokes are most creative, but you do need like some creativity, some understanding of in artistic skill, and you know, being artistic requires creativity. If you're gonna be making that type of content, it's still creative. It still fits into the whole like Mr. Pizza brand, and so completely makes sense that he's gonna keep on putting that on the main channel.
Makes sense. I hope this is a great way for me to please both audiences. Now, regarding the second channel's upload schedule, I think I will just like kind of tell you this now. I don't have a specific upload schedule for the second channel because here's the thing. Like I kind of said, there are some times where I'm really motivated to make reaction-based content. I feel like whenever I am motivated, whenever I want to react to something and want to post it, I will. I think that's the best route to take in my personal opinion. You can
Yes, it's absolutely the best way. And you know, understanding when you're gonna want to do something, and then like just, you know, focusing on doing it like not putting any pressure on yourself to, like, you know, constantly be making that content regularly. It's just a really smart move, I think.
Agree or disagree or agree to disagree on this. This is just my opinion. I just think that's kind of the right way to go. But don't worry, guys, don't have a mental breakdown. The main channel is still gonna remain as it is. So what does that mean? It means that any YTP reactions or any reaction-based videos from the main channel that still exist will still remain. Okay, guys, don't worry. I'm not gonna be like the shiterator and try to erase the past. I've only
Yo, try not to hit the Liberator. Impossible difficulty. What? Yo, you guys hate the man so much. Yo, you guys were accusing him of stuff. I asked you for receipts, and y'all just went ghost. Like, oh my goodness. But hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion, so it's all good. I still think the situation is funny. Not gonna lie.
Embrace that this channel was a reaction channel at some point, mainly a YTP reaction channel. Now, don't get me wrong, if I could go back in time and prevent myself from becoming a YTP reactor on the main channel, I would, but that's in the past. Okay, this is the future. I can't change the past, but I can change the future.
Tried to erase the
past. As much as I kind of regret becoming a YTP reactor for the main channel, it's no big deal because YTP reactions and all reaction-based content will be on the second channel, and I think that's just the right move to make. But we're not erasing the past on the main channel. I can promise you that.
That's good. Like, I understand now as a creator why someone would want to remove the past, like they say. I just don't think that's a good idea. Now, for me, right, this is not like my original like channel I started making YouTube on. My original channel I started making YouTube on is like doing YouTube stuff on is the Not a Newbie Dude channel, which is just becoming just like random videos, like stuff that's not on YouTube already.
I sent a video for you to watch.
I have a couple like 30-second clips or something of like Colin Cowherd talking about ratings that isn't on YouTube, I don't think. So I'll be releasing that just shortly, I think. And I have like clips of Brett Cooper talking about why she left Hollywood to do political commentary, because that was not particularly well known, even though she said it in a public stream. but it's just like random stuff now. And a lot of the like more creative things that I've done, I've just moved over to like different channels, specifically the vlogs channel, the Not to Be Vlogs channel.
Said in the chat.
It's juicy.
It's juicy.
It's juicy. It's like a random clip that was not on YouTube. So like, you know, the things that are like vlogs where I'm just like holding the camera to my face, just talking about something, I just threw those into the Not to Be Vlogs channel, and I just kept on making that type of content on there as much as I feel like doing it. Same thing with moving over to streaming. I went and took all of my VODs, took them down from the Not to Be Dude channel, and I brought them up over here to this Not to Be Streams channel. And I also have clips. So if you're watching this on you know, afterwards on like as a clip or something, then I, you know, took all my clips from the Not to Be Streams and brought them over to this channel. So it's, you know, it is good to segment your content off. Like, I understand it. I do think preserving the content is a good idea, like not removing it entirely. If you want to move something to an archive channel, I get that. That makes sense to me. But I mean, props to Mr. Pizza for keeping all his content up. A lot of you guys, the audience, one of the gripes you guys had with the Liberator is that he removed you know, some of his old content from his channel, at least initially. And I've never been a fan of that. One of my favorite fan trailer creators recently just completely wiped his channel, but then started making more fan trailers, which I didn't understand. I wasn't a fan of it, but at the end of the day, man, it's other people's content, so I can't get too upset about that.
Now, regarding the second channel,
y'all are so good at stud locking me. What is going on?
am I going to delete or private or unlist the content on the second channel? Probably, except the re-uploads. Don't worry, guys. Anybody who loved the TK17 re-uploads, the TK17 re-uploads, they ain't going anywhere.
Nice. I've thought about, you know, if my current VODs ever get boring, I need to go back and edit and upload my reaction to TK17's second apology. I kind of want to do that. But there's a lot of interesting things going on with current events that make sense to post as clips first.
They're a piece of TK17 history, and they will remain. That won't be going anywhere. But the other content, such as the clip I posted and the 2 gaming videos I posted, I'm probably gonna end up unlisting, but the re-uploads will stay, if that makes sense. So yeah, really hope you guys are excited for this new content direction. The link to my second channel will be in the description below, okay? And I will also pin a comment with the link to it. So stay tuned. I don't know when we're going to be posting to the second channel just yet, but we will be posting soon. I'm thinking of flipping...
You saw TK17's second apology?
Yes, I reacted to it on the stream. It was like better than his first, but it was still bad, I thought, if I remember correctly. But it's been like so long. I don't think about that dude. I thought about him like twice since he put out that second apology. So I don't think about that dude. Like, I was literally actually just thinking kind of, you know, if I was going to go back and clip that, I don't know where it would be. I would need to go to my Discord, search TK17, see when we were talking about TK17 last, and then find a stream from around that time, seek all the way through to see if I reacted to it in that stream, then download that stream, and then edit, and then post. So it would be an whole ordeal, which is in part why I'm probably not going to post my reactions to that anytime soon, but it'll be a good throwback thing. That's something I can throw up any day. And it'll get some good laughs, and it'll make for some good content, even if it's like 3 months in the future.
Good reactions from my past live streams and posting it there to start out again, if that makes sense. You know, kind of get into the spectrum of just trying to get the channel going.
Hey, let's go! Your boy's gonna get on the spectrum. Okay.
But again, if that makes sense, you know, kind of get into the spectrum of just trying to get the channel going, you know, get the uploads going, get into the swing of making thumbnails and content for the second channel, then vice versa, you know. We'll worry about that when the time comes. So stay tuned for the second channel. In terms of the main channel, anybody that, in terms of the main channel, I want to thank each and every one of you who is still sticking around for the main channel, even though the content has changed. watched. I respect you guys, and I'm glad that you are still here for the main channel.
That's
But
awesome.
for everybody that wants reactions and
You know, it's good to show appreciation to your viewers. It's always a good thing. I guess I don't do that enough. I appreciate all of you guys in the chat. I think I maybe I do say that occasionally, but like still, like I think the viewers, especially like if you're in like doing a live format, where it's like a like a chat format, or you take a lot of feedback from the people in your comment section. I mean, viewers actually do shape YouTube channels probably more than they realize, especially smaller creators. You know, Mr. Pizza's relatively, 1,000 subscribers is very sizable, but it's also not like the biggest of numbers. There are people out here who have like millions, right? Like dozens of millions of well, I don't know if anyone has dozens of millions of subscribers, but you understand what I mean, right? It's great that he is pivoting, and he's making sure as he pivots, he's like, hey, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you, especially like if you're still here. That's what's up. Like, it's a very cool message to put out there. And so then the audience doesn't feel like, kind of like what happened with the Liberator, that you're just spitting in their faces and you're just like turning your back to your whole audience that built up your channel in the first place. You're making sure that they feel seen and appreciated, even if they decide to leave. You don't want them to leave with a sour taste in your mouth. That's never fun.
or YTP reactions. Good news for you too. The second channel is gonna be your place to go. And like I said, the original link will be the link to the second channel will be in the description below and in a pinned comment. So go check that out. Stay tuned for the reactions on the second channel. Stay tuned for all the great, wonderful content that I want to do for the main channel. You know, WWE 2K23 is gonna be coming out soon, so PWS is gonna be coming back stronger than ever. You already know. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you understand my decisions, and hopefully I've been able to please both sides of my audience. With that being said, I've been Mr. Pizza. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Also, I don't know if my Spotify account is hacked because it keeps on playing stuff randomly. I just noticed it playing, so I checked my Discord status and I'm listening to Spotify. I'm like, no, I'm not listening to Spotify. In any case, that's awesome. That's very awesome. Like, great. Also, like, props to you for being very careful too, and like figuring out what you're gonna do. It's very clear that you weren't just like, yo, I'm just gonna randomly switch my content style, like with no strategy for how to move forward. Like, he thought a lot about this, about what his viewers might want, and that's admirable. And he's finding a way to make the content his viewers want, while also making the content that he wants to do. And I think it's just a win-win for everyone involved. So very good, very good. All right. Let's see. Lerso has a video. My channel is dead. Okay, let's check this out. I can't remember if I watched this or not. Did I watch this? I think I almost clicked on this one time. I can't remember if I actually reacted to this. Did I react to this?
My channel has.
No. I don't think I reacted to this. I don't think I've reacted to this. Okay. Apparently, Lennoxo thinks that his channel is dead too. Like I don't know if his channel's like vaccinated, but it's about to die. Or well, let's see. Yo, I maybe I need to chill with my jokes. I don't know. All right, here we go. My channel is dead by Lennoxo.
Hey guys, welcome to the Linux channel. I'm gonna be talking about something kind of drastic here. The channel's dead. And no.
Wait, is it actually though? Hold on. Let me check. Let's see. Okay, so hold on. When did he put that video out? Okay, he put that out 3 weeks ago. 69 views. Nice. Then he reacted to a YZP 2 weeks ago. It got 100 views. Then he did like a story time. That's always
Lennoxo
good content.
Said in the chat,
It has like 40
Probably
views,
not
so not
LOL.
terrible. Knuckles reviews the entire Star Wars franchise. Interesting. I mean, I don't know if his channel is 100% dead. Is it? I mean, I would say that some of these numbers, like you do have like spikes of like viewership. Like this one had like over 400 views. And these two also had like tons of views. But I don't know. I think that his viewership actually isn't that bad. I mean, oh wow, this is 1,000 views. Oh my goodness. I can see why having a video with 1,000 views would make your channel feel like it's dead, even if you're just having like the normal amount of viewership. This is not bad viewership at all, though. I don't think especially for your amount of subscribers. Like I think you're getting at least 20% of your audience to check out a lot of these videos, which is a really good rate. There are channels with millions of subscribers that have like they only get like 30K views on each video. So that's like, I think you have some respectable numbers. I don't think that your
Lennox
channel's as dead as you think it is.
Said in the chat.
That's a little overdramatic to
Well,
say.
it's a
on
YTP
camera,
reaction. People are
honestly,
going
but
to watch it.
with how much my channel has been going through right now, and like in a complete like absolutely dead state, it's been quite some time now that my channel has gone through this, and it's really upsetting for me, for my audience to go through, for me, especially me, for me to go through this. It's just, I feel like I'm putting so much work into something that's not going to be like good in the future. Like, for example, like I'm gonna throw an example. One of my videos of me doing my first ever unboxing video. That got like, that didn't even get much credit at all. Like 40 views. Excuse me.
Hey, I
40
mean,
views.
it's 40 views is something to build off of, right? Especially if you're like pivoting to a different type of content, which is like what Mr. Pizza is doing, what the Liberator is doing. You can't expect like instant success by completely changing your format. I mean, that's like if like Tucker Carlson Tonight became a game show. Like people wouldn't be like, oh yeah, this is awesome, and then the views would like go, the ratings would go through the roof. That's not how it works always. If you're gonna like pivot, you do have to expect, to take a viewership hit, in my opinion.
Within like the few weeks, like,
Hey, what's up, Mr.
it's
Pizza?
just getting ridiculous.
See you in the chat there.
And
Mr. Pizza
it's really
said in the chat,
making me less motivated to
newbie.
uploading videos now. Like with this burden being held in my
Mr.
channel,
Pizza
it's just
said in the
making
chat,
me want to upload less videos.
I came in
from time
and
to
watched
time.
back you reaction to
Like,
my
it's
update
just
video.
it's just getting ridiculous. Like I feel like I'm slowly starting to lose motivation.
And that's the tough thing. Whenever you make your goal getting views, you're almost always going to
Mr.
Ladies
Pizza
Man NXO.
said in the
It's making
chat,
like
You've been
but now we were watching Ladies Man Lenny O's content.
Lazy Man? Wait. No, not Lazy Man. Ladies Man. You mean to tell me that somebody in my Discord is not single? Okay, except one dude. I know he's engaged. I'm invited to his wedding, but still. But still. Interesting.
getting ridiculous. Like I feel like I'm slowly starting to lose motivation into making like videos for this, because why would I make videos if it's just gonna end up not getting as much credit as it would be, you know?
I think right here is where you ask a very serious question to yourself. Do you like making videos? Because if you do like making videos, getting views isn't the problem. You will always have a motivation to keep on going. But if you don't like making videos, you're just doing it for clout, that is where the problem lies. But I get the impression you actually like making videos. I just think for the general audience,
Said in the chat, Tucker Carlson should be a game show host. He actually has charisma and he'd actually be much more likable.
Yo,
Mr. Pizza Said in the chat.
You know what?
Newbie, we call Lennox a ladies' man because that's his WWE 2K22 nickname.
Gotcha. But yo, ISO, I think you're actually right. you're actually right. And that's why he's been so successful in media. The dude's been in the mainstream news, like media, for like 25 years at least. He started on MSNBC, moved over to CNN, and now he's on Fox News. Like, the dude has always been around on cable TV, in part just
Lennox
because I think he has a good personality.
Yep.
So, but sometimes, you know, this happens, but it's very, very stupid for it to happen on my channel. I'm just kind of getting tired of it. Like, it's getting to a point like where I just don't feel like making as much videos. Evidently even making any videos at all. With this happening. So,
Lennox
although
said in the chat,
my channel
honestly, this video is better than TK17's video.
Absolutely.
Mr. Pizza.
This is a good video.
Said in the chat.
Who said it?
Ladies' man is also the head receiver from Bacon Brett, but that's not the type of humor we do on this show.
Oh, like Baron Brett? What happened to Baron Brett? I was wondering what happened to him. But yeah, I mean, this video is better than TK17's video. I don't know who was saying that it wasn't. Hey, Noah Chaplin. Yo, it's good to see you.
Noah Chaplin.
Yo,
said in the chat,
Ohio.
What is happening in Ohio?
We still don't know. So what happened in Ohio? So what happened in Ohio things that I covered was, firstly, we have an update on that metal plant where there was a fire that caused the explosion. They say that they don't think it was a criminal activity that caused the explosion, but they still don't know exactly what caused it. That was the first thing that happened in Ohio. Second thing that happened in Ohio is I went and addressed a lot of comments that I had on some of my YouTube channels. On some of my YouTube videos about the whole Cedarville University situation with like the stabbing and everything. And I kind of just addressed the accusation that if you talk about those sorts of things, then you're spreading gossip. And so instead of talking about these situations and spreading gossip, we should all just be quiet and shut up and not talk about these situations at all. I kind of like brought up some passages that kind of, dissuaded
said in the chat.
That argument.
Colin, that's true. Dirty Bacon Bread was playing Jackbox with his tonight.
But, yeah, that's what's happening in Ohio. Yeah, just to do a little recap there. Wait, Isam said we just played with who? Wait, Isam, you played with Noah Chaplin? Wait, Isam, who'd you play with? I'm so confused. I love TK17 so bad that it's funny. Yes, it is like one of those like so bad it's good bits of art. Oh, I said you play with Baron Bread. I see.
It was able to grow.
Why do you call him Dirty Bacon?
My channel was able to grow a few weeks ago. It did like grow up a little bit with some
Lennox
because it
said
did
in the
get
chat. He played with Baron Brett. Noah Chaplin said in the chat. Who is Lennox O?
Lennox O is a member of my Discord server. By the way, if you're not in the Discord server, you can click on the link below to join it. Link is dscrd.ntnwb.cc. It's a place where you want to be if you want to communicate with me. But yeah, he's one of my members in the Discord. He's been viewing my YouTube channel for quite a while, and
Mr. Pizza,
he also does YouTube, and so
chat.
he thinks that his YouTube channel is kind of dead, and we're talking about whether his channel is actually dead. And I'm also reacting to his video saying that his YouTube channel is dead. So He gives what? Bro, come on. Hey, Lord Hawkins, you joined the Discord. Very nice. Also,
said in the chat,
don't forget to pick your flares when you join the Discord. There is something called roles. Hold on, let me just type this out in the Discord. The Discord here. Let's see here. Don't forget to stop by roles and pick some roles for yourself. So I have a little thing in the roles channel on my Discord where if you you can literally go and select some roles. I'm gonna add you in as a gamer and as was it IRL gang? Just because I know that you game and I know that you're an IRL gang, so.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat, newbie, sorry I had to drop the dirty bacon bread joke like that, but you wanted to know why.
Hey, I did want to know, I just didn't know it would be so dirty. I mean, is the blame mine? I don't know if the blame is mine. It's a good question.
A few weeks ago, it did like grow up a little bit with some views. It did get some. Although my channel recently just got a little bit more recognition, it did get like more views.
Noah Chaplin
until then
said in the chat.
Then at the end of the day,
oh yeah, I'm a gamer now, boys. Time to touch grass.
I mean, I think we all, and I was talking about this yesterday with Nate. Like, if we're streaming and gaming, we definitely need to touch grass more.
Lennox
like 100%.
Said in the chat.
100%.
I don't about you, but this looks a little sus.
Sus? What?
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. I didn't know it would be so dirty. The chat, he's called dirty bacon bread for a reason.
But I didn't know that was the reason. Like, you gotta, I don't know if like you gotta give me warning is what I should say specifically, but like
Lennox O said in the chat. It's juicy.
Okay, yo, this is getting out of hand. You got me stomach. I gotta get back to this video, y'all.
Hey, we just end back to square one, just in the dead state of my channel. Like 100 views at max, 100 views at max of views per day, if I were to say myself. And that's just not decent for me to handle. As
Yo, for the amount of subscribers you have, getting 100 views on every video would be absolutely insane. Like, I think I mentioned it earlier. There are YouTube channels that have like several millions of subscribers, and they get like 30K, 40K views. Like on every video. So, like, I think you're being a little hard on yourself, if I'm gonna be honest.
Mr. Pizza
I think to argue that like 1/3 of your audience should be watching
dirty
every single one of your videos
once gave Donald Trump head 5 times in one match on WWE 2K22.
Like,
wait, why am I telling you this? It's time to stop.
I think it is. You know what? I think it is time to stop. I just gave y'all a meme, I guess. I don't know. Okay.
I would get like 500 views. Now I'm getting like 100. Like 100 around that. So I just don't understand what's going on anymore. Like, I'm kind of getting desperate to be like to like be recognized, I feel like. But I'm not thinking of quitting YouTube though, even though I'm kind of,
because I'm a big fan of like if you're on YouTube sticking it out, but at the same time, if you're not like enjoying it, I completely understand stopping YouTube. Like, I understand stopping YouTube.
Noah Chaplin
I think
said in the chat. Meme.
It is a yeah, it is a meme.
Mr.
But
Pizza
here's the thing.
said in the chat,
Here's the
I don't think Newbie wants to hear about Dirty Bacon Brett's dirty thing, lol.
yeah, no, I don't want to hear about no dirty bacon, dirty thing. No, I'm not on there right now. I'm not on that energy. I'm not talking about that on my stream today. But I think the reason why I always get like, I'm always like, oh man, whenever I hear that someone's quitting YouTube is because there's so many good YouTubers who start YouTube for the wrong reason, and they're skilled. They make good YouTube videos, but they get like discouraged by low views and they just stop. And there's a lot of potential that's just gone. There are a
Mr.
lot of
Pizza
great YouTubers that could be around right now.
said
It's not
in
like
the
they
chat,
died, but
Newbie Emma
they
sent
just
you a video
stopped
to
making
react
YouTube
to.
videos. I think it's a little bit unfortunate. And so every time I see someone who's like, you know what, I'm gonna stick this thing out, I'm always happy. I'm always like, yeah, keep on going, because that's exactly like the type of energy that you need, especially if you're gonna last on YouTube. You're never gonna last on YouTube if you're only around for when the big views are there. Also, thanks Mr. Pizza for sending me a video to react to, because I actually didn't have too much of a plan beyond this video, except for teasing my new podcast. And I was actually gonna ask chat for suggestions, but then when I started the stream, no chat was here, so
leading to it, but there's just so many memories that I've created on this channel that I don't want to lose from that.
Mr.
Because
Pizza
as you know, I like
said
to,
in
I
the
like
chat,
to create new memories.
I sent
sometimes on
another
this
one
channel,
of my vids in
as
React request in
this
case you
channel
didn't get
has
to
been,
cover
like,
it.
quite has been part of my life, kind of, you know. I've been working
Let's see.
like so hard on like certain projects that I really wanted to work on, but I just don't see the point of dedicating to something if it's just gonna end up not getting as much credit as it does, if you know what I mean. So
that makes sense. I mean, I think it sounds like a validation game, but it's like YouTube is not a good place for consistent, constant validation. It's just not a good platform if that's what you're looking for. But you want to be creative, want an outlet, you want to make stuff, it's the perfect place for it.
that's all I wanted to say, guys. I just wanted you to update on that. That's all I had to say, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.
All right, peace out, man. I definitely wish you the best in continuing to make stuff on YouTube. And props to you for sticking around props to you for sticking
Mr.
around on
Pizza
the platform. I appreciate that.
said in the
Very
chat,
cool.
and I sent some moist critical content as well. He's makes such good content.
He does make good content.
Mr. Pizza
You know what?
said in the chat,
I
or should I say
usually
juicy content?
let's see here. I usually don't let's see. Oh my goodness, there's a new Mogul Mail. Hey, wait, y'all, chat. You wanna watch some Mogul Mail? I usually don't do reactions to reaction. Well, I do reactions to reactions, but I think that over time they get kind of old. But Mogul Mail does like reactions in a kind of like commentary type way. And what he talked about, you can wait. Do you guys know about Moist Critical's esports team, right? How he's teaming up with Ludwig. You guys know about that, right? Hello? Let's see. But yeah, so Moist Critical made an esports team with Ludwig. They got that kicked off, and he put up a video about it today.
Said in the chat,
So
Ludwig joined it.
Let's just have some fun. Let's watch this. And then I might react. I think I'll react to one of the Penguin Zero videos, the Mr. Pizza video, and then another Mogul Mail video which is new. It just came out. Wait, Mr. Pizza, you didn't know?
Said in the chat,
Bro, you're the biggest.
I didn't know Charlie was teaming with Ludwig.
I'm 100% doing this for you because I know that you're probably the biggest Moist Criticals fan in my chat. Here, we're watching this. We're watching this for you. It's an old video, but it's fun and exciting.
Normally I keep things light on this channel, like talking about the next dumb drama Logan Paul's into, but you might have also noticed that the world is kind of struggling. There was 40,000 layoffs at Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. There's speculation that a recession is coming, and although I'm no expert on those things, I am somewhat of an expert on esports, and I can tell you this, esports is dying. I mean, they are struggling just as much as the rest of the world, maybe even more so. There was 30 layoffs at 100 Thieves. Riot is expected.
And that stinks because 100 Thieves is like the only esports team that I actually kind of like. Except
Lennox
the only thing about
said in the
100
chat,
Thieves, which is
I'm
hilarious.
the biggest fan of Moist Critical.
Wait, who
Lennox
in chat's the biggest fan of Moist
said in the
Critical? I'm kind of
chat.
curious, actually.
LOL.
Who in chat's the biggest fan of Moist Critical?
Mr.
But-
Pizza said in the chat. Like I knew Charlie
yeah.
had an esports team,
Yeah, he
but didn't
teamed up
know
with
he
Ludwig.
teamed with Ludwig.
Here's the thing, like, the only esports team I actually have an affinity for is 100 Thieves, because 100 Thieves made those gaming compounds that look like really, really cool. And I think it's really unfortunate, like, the guy who runs it, I forget his name, Nadeshot, I think, he has such a passion for competitive gaming, but I feel like he also is the one who cares the most about actually winning out of everyone. And so whenever his team loses, he's always like, ah, man. And like, he always kind of almost does like a media tour talking about like, man, we should have won that and all this stuff. I feel like he cares more about winning than his actual team does. And it's a little bit unfortunate. And I
Mr.
always feel
Pizza
bad for him.
Said in the
Because
chat.
what?
He's pulling his cock out.
What?
I'm gonna stop now.
What? I'm so what? I don't understand. Why are you guys? I don't understand with you guys.
Lennox O said
We
in the
watched the drama
chat.
covered with Brenna Rivera.
I've literally watched the drama that he covered about Brina Rivera.
I don't know much about him, but I think Tipster got mixed in with that. I used to watch Tipster, but I don't anymore. But Tom Dark covered him. I heard a little bit about it, but I was just like, I don't know, not particularly interested. But anyways, it's unfortunate that 100 Thieves has so many layoffs because they're like the only esports team I like. Their compound was cool. Nadeshot has a really huge, passion for competitive gaming. Cares a lot about actually winning, and he didn't start it off by doing a crypto scam like FaZe Banks did with FaZe. So there's that. If you guys didn't know, the only reason FaZe exists is because he did a crypto scam and he used that money to make an esports team. That's literally why FaZe exists today. It's pretty sad.
Rest of the world, maybe even more so. There was 30 layoffs at 100 Thieves.
Lennox
Riot is expected to have some
said in the
layoffs.
chat.
The entirety of the
You don't
Overwatch
that
League is
iconic
losing
Moist
so much
Critical
money.
line.
They've entered collective bargaining
Lennox
with
O
Blizzard. And also
said in
FaZe,
the
who's
chat.
like the prodigy of esports.
Asterisk
They're supposed to
no.
be cool.
Mr.
According to
Pizza
high schoolers who
How
went
are they
public
said in the
cool?
5 months.
chat. That he's pulling his cock out is something Charlie said. I sent it in React requests. It's so funny.
What is this? What is this? But how is Penguin? I mean, I don't know how FaZe is not cool. FaZe has never been cool. Even FaZe members have said some stuff that like they're politically incorrect. So they say things I agree with sometimes, but it's just like even then they say it in like the cringiest way. It's like, bro.
He's pulling his cock out.
I don't know. Wait. Oh, boom! Oh, we had a separate delay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yo. That's actually funny. Gamer rage. That's actually funny. Okay.
Months ago with a valuation of $750 million.
Also, is there a just chatting category on YouTube? Because my stream right now is listed as like news and politics, but I don't know, like I kicked it off talking about politics, but like this is not politics.
They're at risk of being delisted from the stock market because their stock price
Lennox
is so low.
said in the
Nobody
chat.
wants to buy it. Why
It
is
is
this
2
all happening?
seconds.
Well, I think I've said it enough over the past year, but esports is not a good business to be in. It's kind of like a bubble, all right? Everybody is propped up by cryptocurrencies and venture capitalist groups, and those are all kind of going away. So who's left to pay the bill? Well, it's not the companies themselves. Most esports companies have not made a successful business strategy to actually make money. There are some, but they're few and far between, which is why this video is actually about a huge announcement.
If you don't know, pretty much every single esports organization is vastly overvalued because they're all subsidized by venture capitalist groups that are probably going to get fed up in 3 to 5 years when none of them are profitable. Or
Mr. Pizza.
Oh, okay,
Said
hold
in
on.
the
I'm
chat.
using the TTS on this
Ha
one.
ha 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 ha. I love how newbies say the Charlie clip, and he didn't react until a few seconds after Charlie said he's pulling his cock out. Peak reaction, LOL.
It's how I react. So you guys know me, but also like, it took me a while to realize like what it was that he said. I mean, hey, you've seen that phenomenon where I pause. That literally came. Let's see. It's in this clip here. I pause in my reactions.
Now I'm gonna give you my room tour. Alright, here it is, everybody. Look at this. Now you're probably wondering why I have 2 beds. I sleep with my brother.
See, I had a little pause there. But anyways, I'm gonna mute the TTS because this is the part of the video that I think you guys are. I want to make sure you guys hear this. Because I think it's the funniest part.
Video is actually about a huge announcement.
if you don't know, pretty much every single esports organization is vastly overvalued because they're all subsidized by venture capitalist groups that are probably going to get fed up in 3 to 5 years when none of them are profitable.
Or crypto exchanges.
What the fuck, man?
Dude, where'd you get that?
Oh, this thing, I forgot I was holding it. Yeah, this is the Rocket League Spring Major Championship trophy where we took first place in front of a sold-out Copper Box arena in front of God and every sports fan on this planet.
The funny thing about this is I didn't know that he even had an esports league until this video came out. And it's funny that like the inverse is true for chat, where some of y'all like know that he had a league, a team, and I didn't. Like I thought it was kind of funny. Like this dude comes into this video with all these like trophies and stuff, and I didn't know that he even had a team.
That's the Moist Esports way.
Obviously, I'm talking about what you're wearing.
Oh, you're talking about the CEO Championship belt where we took first place in the Smash Major back in October of 2021.
How do you keep doing that?
Oh, winning? Yeah, hard work, perseverance, life, liberty, pursuit of dubs, the whole nine. Just champions over here.
Okay, I get it. Moist is super successful. You don't have any crypto sponsors, but don't you have to burn a lot of money to win that much?
Didn't Susan give you a lot of money to burn?
So you just burn the money like this?
Just like that. That's looking good.
This is fun.
It gets addicting, I'll tell you what.
I can get used to this.
Yeah, it gets addicting. That's why gambling was a whole meta on Twitch.
For Susan.
Something right about me and Moist, huh?
Me and Moist.
I'm at home.
Yep. I'm unmuting chat. I just wanted to make sure you guys heard that because I thought it was pretty funny. I know it's got Moisty in there, so I figured that you guys would want to hear what you had to say.
Yeah, that's right. This whole video about how esports is dying is actually about how I'm joining as the co-owner of Moist Esports. To which you might say, aren't you being dumb? Aren't you being a hypocrite?
Mr. Peter said, I sleep with my brother is the best quote from the ladies, man. No, it's not. It would be from like a bros man. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
The co-owner of Moist Esports. To which you might say, aren't you being dumb?
Also, I don't know why, but YouTube just absolutely booted. Okay, YouTube doesn't like Mr. Pizza anymore. It's taking a few of the. I think it's taking a few of his chats out of.
It took 2 days, but I finally installed Hitman 3. I love the game so much.
Nice. I've seen some gameplay. My roommate, you know Craig, right? Craig, he had it, and I was watching him play it when we were roommates. So, also after I finished GTA, I know it'll take me forever, but after I finish GTA, I'm buying Red Dead Redemption 2 and playing that on stream when I finish GTA. So, I'm looking forward to that because I actually feel like I might enjoy Red Dead Redemption more than GTA.
Dumb? Aren't you being a hypocrite? Isn't this how you're gonna burn all of your money? To which I say, maybe, but there's 2 real reasons why I did this. 1, I like esports. I know I talk shit on it all the time, but my ideal Sunday is sitting down, having football on one monitor, esports on the other monitor, and chess on my main monitor
Mr.
while
Pizza
I tank Elo and watch my favorite
said in
teams
the
win,
chat.
or usually
Newbie,
lose.
you know we
Bill
call
Belichick,
Lennox
what
the
the fuck's
Lady
going on?
Man. It's his
That actually
nickname.
sounds like a fun weekend. I sometimes don't know what to do with my Saturdays. I feel like I now have a game plan. That sounds like a great idea.
Mr. Pizza
Yeah, yeah, okay,
said
yeah,
in the
yeah.
chat.
I think I get it now.
Newbie,
It's like,
will you
that
play
doesn't
any
make
of the
sense.
Hitman games on stream?
No, I don't think that Hitman's the type of game I would play. I'm more like an open world or like shooter or like builder type of dude. So I don't think I would play. I don't think I would play Hitman because it's like more like stealth and like a lot of the types of strategy that's very much like I'm like a go like let's go like do this thing, or like a slow burn of a project of building something. I'm not a big fan of like let's sneak around the woods and get the dude meticulously without being seen. Like I just want to just like, hey, I just want to go, man. I just want to like shoot somebody in the head in the game, in the video game, okay? Like, so the Hitman, I don't think, you know, unless you could just like bum rush everyone in the game and win by like speed running through every level. Like I'm probably not gonna play Hitman games on stream. But if you stream Hitman, I will watch. I will certainly watch.
Man, Bill O'Brien, again, really? But two, I also believe in Charlie. Moist Critical. I mean, seriously, he's a guy who I just look up to. I like working with, and an opportunity to work with him, even if it requires burning a lot of money, I think is an opportunity worth taking. But outside of
Mr.
passion and
Pizza
wanting to work with Charlie, I also
said
think
in
there's
the
some
chat.
possibility that it could make
I mean,
money. 'Cause
TBF
I
in
think
Hitman,
we have
you
an
can
advantage.
just grab gun and kill everyone instead of being stealthy if you want to.
But wait, don't you fail the missions though? I feel like that's like the exact opposite of the conceit of the game. Like I thought you're supposed to go and detect it. Or maybe that's just how Craig was playing the game.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. Newbie should
Yo.
play WWE games on stream.
I feel
It'd be so
bad.
much fun.
I feel bad because I never reached out to you about casting the WWE tournament, which I really wanted to do, and now I've gotten too busy. My online class just started, so I'm not gonna have time to do casting. But I am interested in doing some sort of WWE related collab. I think casting would be so much fun.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. As long as you kill your targets in Hitman, it's no big deal.
Okay, that's good. I think I'm most interested in casting, but I don't know.
That most teams don't. The same advantage that somebody like Disguised Toast would have, which is the exact tweet I sent out to him a week ago about the same topic. We're all content creators. And in this space, where every single...
Okay, so in the newer video, he referenced like a Disguised Toast video, so maybe that was in response to that tweet, because I didn't know until Mogul Mail's new video that Disguised Toast had an esports team. I was surprised by that.
Venture capitalist group freaks out, gushes, and comes their little pants at the sentence creator economy. We have a lot of leverage, a lot more than an esports team like, you know, well, I guess I shouldn't name any because they're my competitors now. But like another esports team who's not creator backed. And I think there's three main ways you can make money while being creator backed. The first one, package
Mr.
sponsors with
Pizza
yourself and the esports
said
company.
in the chat.
You know, if I do a good job
What kind
with
of
like
WWE collab
NordVPN
news
or like
be? I'm interested now.
I don't know. I think having some sort of like, I think my dream WWE collab would be me. What would it be? I think what I want to do is cast, because I think casting would be fun. Maybe putting a spin on it would be casting, not like simulated matches, but casting actual matches of you guys playing WWE. Like, that would be interesting. Like, almost like an esports tournament, but it's not professional. I think that'd be fun. That'd be kind of fun. But what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? We can chat about it in the Discord too.
like, I don't know, Red Bull, yerba mate. They'd want to.
Also, I'm really good at coming up with ideas, really bad at like executing them. And like, because part of it is just I have so many. Part of it is ADHD brain. So, but I will, if that sounds like something that you would be down to do, I will do what I can to try and follow through with that, because now that I'm thinking about it, it just sounds awesome.
Sponsor me, but maybe I can also package in sponsoring my esports team. It's only more value, it's only more eyes on it, and they trust the work that I've done. And look, I've looked at the numbers. Esports tournaments, the amount of money that they make for a sponsorship pales in comparison to the amount of money your favorite streamer will make for the same exact deal and probably less viewership. So packaging sponsors, that's option one. Option two, and this one I think is even a little bit better, it scales a little more, is making a product. I've made swipe bidets, for example, but like if every single Rocket League player had to use my bidets, okay, this is getting kind of weird, well, it would make the product bigger. It'd be like a marketing tool for it. I think better examples would be like...
I mean, yeah, I can do that. But we'll need to wait till WWE 2K23, which comes March 17th. But yeah, that sounds fun. Weekend tournaments, Royal Rumbles, etc. with WWE stars and custom characters.
That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough because I'm starting a new project like around the time when WWE 2K23 comes out. But yeah, it's the whole. I don't know how much Thorben. I think Thorben probably cool with me just talking about it. I'm hosting a podcast. I'm starting a podcast with. Actually, hold on here. I'm starting a podcast with Thorben, and we're going to be talking about a bunch of random things, but we're definitely going to talk about politics. It's definitely something we're going to discuss. So yeah, that's what that is. That's like the big. I was trying to drop hints here and there on stream, but. Yes, I'm going to be doing a podcast, like a legit podcast. I think this is going to be something else, a little bit more sustainable.
Pizza.
That's going to be
Said
awesome.
In the chat. I mean, it doesn't need a schedule for us to do WWE-based collabs.
Collabs. Actually, hold on. I want to... Hold on. I want to call him on stream because I had this the idea for an ad that we could make
Mr. Pizza
to promote the show.
Said in the chat. It'd be really fun,
I think it'd be pretty,
and probably have
funny
tons
to do.
of funny moments.
I think it'd be pretty funny to do. Hold on, let me see here. He's offline now. Hey, do you mind if I call you real quick? I'm gonna ask him if it's okay for me to call him, and then I'm gonna call him. Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on. You guys wanted to know, so here you go. Shoot, hold on. Hello? Oh, hold on. I hope this works because I had a fun idea for a commercial, like an ad for the. No, he didn't pick up. Okay. Never mind. We'll make promos for the podcast. But yes, we're doing a podcast. Me and Thorben talking about politics and stuff. So stay tuned, y'all. It's gonna be lit. Yeah, I'm getting a new microphone for it, like a legit microphone and a boom arm and everything. Just so the audio quality will be good. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm hyped about that. But yeah, so that's probably happening around the time when 2K23 comes out. So I may need to work around that schedule. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. Because there's definitely gonna be times where, like, a random Saturday I'm not doing anything. I'll be like, "Yo, Mr. Pizza, can I? I'll be like, "Yo, Mr. Pizza, can we like do the collab?" So if you're cool with that, then I'm down for doing that. That would absolutely 100% work.
like Starforge PC with OTK. Now they've been through some other shit that makes Starforge not so successful, but you get the picture, you know? You can really imagine things like Prime and Feastables being multi-billion-dollar companies in the next 5 years. So why couldn't the same thing happen if a creator made a product and then used their esports team as the vehicle to market it rather
That
than
makes
marketing
sense. It makes sense because it's free advertising.
a HyperX headset? No offense, HyperX. I love the headsets. I'm just saying I don't own HyperX, so it doesn't have as much upside. And then option 3 is getting a really fucking good team and selling it. Or like selling a roster spot like people do in League of Legends all the time. It's what Misfits did. I think they sold their LEC spot for like $20-30 million or something like that. And then they've pivoted to content creation. But you can buy a roster, you can sell the roster to another team, and it's basically like having a speculative asset. It's kind of like what happens in sports. I think that's more of an exit strategy than a long-term viable strategy of making money. But I think a combination of all 3 of these things is a path, a viable path to.
Hey. I actually think doing crypto, not bad. Not a bad plan. You know, like people do it as a scam for rug pulls. But I think Moist Esports could very easily just do it, but not the rug pull part. Like, you know, invent a new coin, buy like $1 million worth of it, then list it. Say, hey, you know, it's basically a VC, but not an actual VC. People make the price skyrocket, and you know, then Moist Esports suddenly has probably over $100 million worth in crypto. And they can just sell that periodically as they want to expand the team and fund the team. And then as their team makes more money, they put that money just back into the pot by buying back more of the crypto. I think that is a really good plan. And I think that crypto is not like the currency of the future, but it's like the stocks of the future. And so utilizing it in that way would be pretty smart. But I know everyone's scared of crypto now because of CryptoZilla and all like the crypto scam rug pulls that have been played.
Actually making money in esports. And the cost of being in esports isn't actually that bad. I know people talk about it, it's like a money sink, you're burning money, whatever, but that's usually only for like the tier 1 esports. If you sign a Smash player, they don't cost that much. It's basically just like a full-time salary so they can eat and then sleep under a good roof and then play the video game they like playing. It's not like League of Legends or Valorant where you have to sign a player to $1 million contract just so they stick around in NA as opposed to going to a region that actually wins. And that's it. That's the announcement. That's why I did it. Hopefully it works out and we end up making money. But even if we burn money for the next 5-10 years and we have a blast doing it and Moist Esports is winning, I think it was still a W all around. So anyway, we are now the channel of Moist. Go Moist. Then one more thing, as a part of me joining as a co-owner of Moist, I technically get to brand certain verticals, certain esports that I like that maybe Charlie's not as big of a fan of.
Nice.
The way I want to brand
Said
them.
in the
You know,
chat.
like if I were to get a Valorant
for the
team, or maybe
WWE
if I were to
collab
make
since
a robust
2K23 comes out March 17th. We could use WWE 2K22 in the meantime, as I already got like a ton of custom characters and everything.
Yeah, I'll have to see. The only day, I'm trying to think, I think the main day that works well for me is like Wednesday or random Saturday, but not this Wednesday. Next Wednesday at the earliest would work. But also next Wednesday, the new mic is coming, and I'll probably do a test stream with the microphone. But you know, depending on when I do that stream afterwards, we can certainly do the collab then, like after I finish messing with the mic, because also my microphone quality will be better, so casting will sound better over Discord. So we can do that. We should actually go for that. That sounds like a plan. Next week we do the collab. Next week, does that sound good, Mr. Pizza? We do the collab next week? WWE 2K22 casting tournament. Do it? Does that work? No response. Making me nervous. Okay.
Melee roster in addition to Moki, I could name it something I want to. And I've been thinking of what that name could be. And I'm thinking of a few here, but let me know in the comments. One, perhaps moguls. You know, just moguls, like moist moguls. And then another one that Slime and Gunther's keeps telling me to do would be goats. As in goats esports. Goats esports. Let me know what you think below. I don't know. I feel like that one could have some problems, but we'll figure it out either way. Thank you for watching till the end. And by the way, if you haven't figured out, I'm staying at my mom's place right now. Have to save some money if I'm going to burn it on esports. And subscribe to the channel. All right, see you later. Goodbye.
The yard,
back to normal setup next time.
Name ideas from the yard is probably not the best place to go. So yeah, I wouldn't.
If we make enough on this esports venture. Oh shit.
Nice little video, but now you guys know that there's a new team. There's a new esports team with Moist Critical and Ludwig. There is an update. A rather big update.
Many of the people who watch these videos, you yourself perhaps, also enjoy watching Moist Critical's content. And I have a problem because I think I scammed Charlie out of...
Also, I don't know what happened. Maybe it's his stream setup, but why does my... Hold on. Can anyone explain to me... Oops, wrong view. Okay, can anyone explain to me why my camera setup looks better than Ludwig's? And he's like a massive streamer with probably a professional camera. Maybe he has like a C920 like I do, which is bad lighting or something, but... For once, I think this is actually... It is not. It's not even like I'm comparing myself to low hanging fruit like XQC. Like this is. I just found it interesting.
$250,000. And if you watch to the end, you might be able to help me get out of this sticky situation. But let's start at the beginning. If you don't know, I have joined Moist Esports, Charlie's esports team, as a co-owner. And a lot of people are a little confused on what that means. Basically, it means I am an equal owner to Charlie. Except in percentage. Obviously, he's big Moist himself. He owns a lot more of the company, but I own a little bit. Enough that I can bring my dick to the table and I'll be like, I think this is a good idea.
Said in the chat. I newbie whatever works. Just hit me up whenever you want to do WWE.
Okay. Wednesday it is. Let's go. If I'm free, we'll see. But let's shoot for that. I'll put it in my calendar.
But I don't get to make the final say. The final say will always be chosen by Charlie and the guys who originally created Moist, which makes sense. They made that from the ground up. And so when I went to them and I said, hey, I want to make a Valorant team because one, I really like playing Valorant, and two, I want to stop making my viewers watch me play Valorant. I'd rather make them watch pros who play Valorant that we can cheer for. They said no. Because, well, to be fair, making a Valorant team costs about $500,000. And don't just take my word for that. This is Disguised Toast, a guy who literally created a Valorant team, explaining how you get to that number.
$5,000 minimum.
That's $5,000 for 5 players every month.
Coach is also, similarly
Mr. Pizza
priced. You're looking at
said in the chat.
$30,000 a month.
Just DM me on
annually.
Discord.
$360.
Bro, I'm behind my DMs. I'm so bad. Because I've got DMs with ISM I gotta follow up on too, so. But yes, I will DM you.
$1,000 a year.
Okay.
Minimum. And again, this doesn't include any other staff you might need, like designers, like stuff like accountants and lawyers to look over these contracts. Add everything up, and that's at least $500,000 a year.
Not even including flights or hotels if they need to go to tournaments and compete. Okay, so it can be pretty damn pricey to run a Valorant team, but look, let's be honest. Moist is a super successful esports team, and Charlie probably figured out a way to make that profitable so he can take a risk on the biggest spend that Moist ever has on Valorant because he will be able to figure out, again, along with me, how to turn a profit.
Said in the chat. Newbie, I have Halo Infinite so I can join you next time you play it.
I might play Thursday. Let's do that, because I want to play older Halo with the guys in Car 3, but they just haven't been booting up Halo recently, so... Hey, if you're down for some Halo, I'm down. I'm down to get absolutely demolished on one-on-one.
Oh, that didn't happen either.
But surely a creator-backed org run by one of the most respected figures in the industry, not
Surely.
to mention handsome,
Surely.
would be able to eventually turn a profit, right?
Oh.
For those that don't know, I'm sure most of you know by now, I own an esports org called Moist Esports, and I fucking love it. I am extremely passionate about Moist Esports, but I run it at a massive net loss. I don't want to get too deep into the nitty gritty here, too deep into the weeds and the brass tacks, but I lose roughly 6 figures a month on it.
And again,
No.
Moist Valorant, the Moist Moguls Valorant team, is the most expensive spend.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat, I wish Halo Infinite had controller support.
It does. Wait, what do you mean? It does, right? Pretty sure. Unless you're playing on Mac, maybe it wouldn't work. If you're playing on XP, I know it works for sure, but yeah, Halo Infinite has controller support. As far as I know. You know, hold on. We could just at everyone. Yeah, we could just at every single person in my Discord. And not every single person in my Discord, but just to make sure, because I'm sure the gamers know better than me. Boom. Just message them all. Ask them if they have controller support.
Most expensive investment that Moist has ever made. How'd I convince him? Well, I told him I'd go halvesies. Charlie's never even played Valorant, so I was pumped when he said yes. And because of that, we've ended up with our own Valorant team, the Moist Moguls, which represents not only Mogul Moves, but also Mogul Mail. Look at that. And it's a team of 5 super cracked players, along with an amazing coach, who get to compete in maybe the highest level of Valorant gameplay.
Now the interesting thing for me is, when I heard about this, I am just barely starting to get into
I tried it with my controller plugged in, and nothing happened. So KBM it is, baby.
The finals, the championships of Halo esports. That was really fun and riveting to watch. We got to see Sentinels and FaZe put on a pretty good show. And then there was some weird Sentinels, fallout with a guy on Sentinels. His name is Sick. Kind of calling out management and Riot Games for treating him poorly and not letting him into the venue when he was supposed to be allowed to go there because he was a bench player or something. Because it's a roster of 5 people, and let's say one of the players just throws up on the keyboard, you need to have somebody else quick to hop in. Sick was the 6th player, and he was supposed to be allowed to get into the venue. They banned him from getting in, but they let him go to the after party for some reason. It was really weird. Anyways, when he put this out, I'm a little bit worried actually, because I don't know what the chemistry of the team is going to be. And chemistry on a sports team, even in esports, matters. There have been so many stories of esports teams that have just fallen by the wayside, crumbled, and died specifically because the teammates didn't get along, and I hope the same isn't going to happen here.
Not really. It's tier 2. We'll get into that in a little moment. But first, you might be asking yourself, well, Ludwig, okay, you spent a lot of money on this, $250,000. Charlie spent $250,000 along with the rest of Moist. How are you planning to make money?
I sometimes watch Ninja, but only his older content. Because his new content is trash. Flashy, annoying editing, and he doesn't even build in Fortnite anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I never watched Ninja in his heyday, but I do think his streams now are good. I like his streams occasionally, but I will click his stream, watch it for 2 minutes, and leave. But I do think that his streams are good. He did get heated though. I think he started raging on someone fairly recently, and 2 or 3 clips of that came out, and I was kind of cringing. Because usually if you see people going on tirades like that, usually they're just kind of just upset about something behind the scenes, and it lets them they just blow a fuse. So I don't know if his channel he's frustrated, his channel's not doing well or something, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Mill along with the rest of Moist. How are you planning to make money? And Toastx asked that very same question when he got his team. How do esports orgs actually make money? And I've actually been thinking about this for a while now. I think it's possible. All right, we're clearly in a downturn. There's esports firings left and right. You've heard about them nonstop. There's probably another one that's happening this week and next week and the week after. But if there is anyone in this space who can do it, it's probably a creator. Doesn't take too much digging to find creators who are making
There is literally one team that I think will never I think will never
Mr.
die.
Pizza.
Because
said in the chat,
and
I remember
shocked
back
when I heard,
in like
heard
6th
about
or
this team.
7th grade in school,
It's
I'd watch Ninja because he
Shopify
was a literal
Rebellion.
goat at Fortnite.
Literally Shopify, a company that like runs websites where people sell stuff online, has an esports team. I think they're probably going to be around forever. Maybe not forever, but forever-ish.
A creator. Doesn't take too much digging.
Back in 6th or 7th grade in school, I'd watch Ninja because he was literally a little goat at Fortnite. I remember being in co-op, like, and being a high schooler. And all the high schoolers at co-op essentially were pretty weird, except for like maybe like 2 or 3 of them that were actual goats. But most, in my opinion, they were like either like weird or immature, and I was just like, I don't like hanging out with these people. And so I hung out with all of the middle schoolers. It was a very, the co-op is small when like there aren't enough high schoolers to have 2 friend groups of high schoolers, and so I had to hang out with the middle schoolers. But I would hang out with them, and they were really into Fortnite. You know what's fun? It's almost like a mini story time. Yo, these middle schoolers were like really into playing Fortnite. They were so much into playing Fortnite, they would bring their laptops to co-op. So that, and if you're not familiar with co-op, it's basically like school for homeschool peeps. So the parents will be the teachers. They'll come up with the assignments for the classes, and then all the students will meet up, take their classes at like usually a building will be rented out. In this case, it was a church. We would go and take our classes, and then when we're done with our classes, we would eat our lunch in like a cafeteria space, and then everyone would go home. And a lot of folks, we would play video games with laptops, like at the cafeteria. People would be gaming and stuff. They would bring their laptops. They'd be playing Fortnite. We actually kind of made an amateur Fortnite team, sort of. It was we actually had a legit squad. Like it was me. It was Noggin, who now goes by 75 Hertz, and he's like a goat at Rocket League now. And 75 Hertz is my brother, actually. Crimson, and I forget his name, but his real name was like Gabe. I would have remembered his name on YouTube. And so we had the squad of 4 people.
Fortnite is still
and we
a good
would play
game.
Fortnite.
I mean, the bots can build. It's pretty funny.
And we actually had like a legit squad. We had like a name. We like had a name, and we put it at like the beginning of all of our gamer tags, like all the squads do. We couldn't figure out like what to call it. At first it was called like FS1 because Fortnite Squad 1. I didn't really like it because FS1 is like Fox Sports 1, and I didn't really like how that clashed. And so I ended up changing the name to TLS, which was the Legend Squad. And that actually is what the Discord for my bread gang, like, it's like my Discord used to be, I think, for like my amateur Fortnite squad. Because the Discord just died, and I was like, hey, instead of just like making a new Discord, why don't they just like retrofit this old one? So that's like kind of what I did. So yeah, the Bread Gang Discord originally was the Discord for an amateur Fortnite squad, and it was fun. I was the only one who still stayed like, terrible at the game, but like it was fun running with people. Like we had a great time. I kind of want to bring that squad back, but everyone who's in the squad doesn't play anymore. And I don't know if anyone would feel like it would be worth making an amateur Fortnite squad, but I would definitely be down to do something like that, so long as we could have a goal for the team, such as like, you know, or maybe if I get enough people, we could do like
Mr.
divisions.
Pizza.
I can make 2
Said
teams
in the
actually.
chat.
That'd be fun. An
Newbie, we
amateur
should start a
league.
Fortnite squad /clan. That'd be so fire.
Wait. Now that I think about it, it would be more interesting to make an amateur Fortnite league and have and like own, I guess technically, like 2 teams, and then we do like a creative. The 2 teams do a creative match against each other, like once, twice a year or something, and that's like kind of like the championship of the league. That'd be kind of fun. And then if like the members like stream their like practice sections or like them grinding and stuff, then that can like build hype for it. I don't know. I come up with all these ideas, but I just like, they're way more ideas than I even have time to execute. But something like this like could certainly work for me, because I don't even have to be on the teams. I just have to organize everything and recruit the players. But I would definitely want to participate in something like this. But yeah, that would be fun to start a Fortnite clan. But like I said, I think it'd be more interesting to do a Fortnite, an amateur Fortnite league. I feel like that'd be really fun. But yeah, Fortnite's still a good game. I plan on playing it again in the future on one of my on future streams when I do more gaming streams.
To find creators who are making multi-million or multi-billion-dollar companies like Logan and KSI and Prime, or Mr. Beast in whatever the fuck he's got going on in North Carolina. And so I think if me and Charlie combined do a few things, like one, package sponsorships. Like if NordVPN says, hey, Ludwig, I want you to do an ad read, I say, hey, what if I do an ad read? But also,
I swear though,
throw in a little bit
if
of,
I legit switched to keyboard and mouse for Fortnite, I could become GOAT.
For real? Are you sure? I know for me, like, I'm way better on controller actually, but mouse and keyboard, I think it's just like where it's at. It's better. So
Smoggle Moist type beat,
Mr. Pizza,
they'll be more inclined to do it.
Said in the chat.
2, we can create
when the bots
products.
start building in Fortnite.
Rather than use a jersey to promote some random ass keyboard that you get no profit in if it grows or fails, we would own whatever we advertise. So a Swipe Bidet sponsored Moist Moguls team, if it's on the big stage and reaches enough people, could, because we own Swipe itself, be a lot more profitable than trying to sell Doritos on the jersey. And then 3 is make a really, really, really cracked team and then let somebody pay a shit ton of money for it. Or like they do in League of Legends, LEC, you might have noticed Misfits, it's another esports team. They had a spot in the European League division. They sold it for like millions and millions and millions of dollars. And now they're investing a shit ton into content because they're like, okay, this league is not making money, but the spot's worth a lot. Let's pivot. So that's like a longer term strategy, more of an exit plan.
I have heard that League actually makes money though. It's like the only one. And maybe WoW, but like League actually makes money.
Said
They
in the
get
chat.
millions of people watching
Maybe
their
you should
live
play
streams of the
controller
championships.
next time we play Fortnite. Gotta get that aim assist, LOL.
No. It would help me in building, but no. I think I might move towards being a mouse keyboard purist. I think it's just better. I have never been good at a shooting game with controller.
Really doesn't super work in Valorant with the way Riot made it, but I think with these 3 strategies you can start to make money, and that's also the goal. And the 4th strategy is a strategy that Moist has been doing, which kind of ties into the first one, which is reacting to the content itself, using your esports team as content in its own right. So if you stream it, maybe the viewership goes up and the viewership's higher, so more people want to sponsor the co-streams. And maybe you can make a YouTube video about it if your team wins, and yada 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 vlogs. You get the idea. And so where do you guys come in? Well, I need you guys to be fans of the Moist Moguls. I need you to be fan of the Moguls Valorant team. And maybe a lot of you guys are like, Ludwig, I don't even know what the fuck that is. How does a team work? What are you guys even doing? And that's what I'm here to explain to you. All right, this is now what the fuck does tier 2 Valorant mean? And that's going to take a little bit of explaining, but basically the way it works is every region has tier 1 teams and tier 2 teams. Tier 1 teams are the teams picked by God, aka Riot themselves, to participate in international leagues with the big money and the big fame. And tier 2 teams is us. and everybody else. But there is a path from tier 2 to
Mr.
tier 1,
Pizza.
and that's the main goal
Said in
every
the
single
chat.
year, is making it to
I think
the
I'll start
franchise.
playing keyboard and mouse again. I could get good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I think, I don't know. I think there's more skill involved, so there's more room for you to get more skill, if that makes sense.
The league. Basically, it's like a way, if you watch football, to make it from just a group of 53 guys who happen to be kind of ripped to being maybe the Cleveland Browns replacement, because Lord knows they've sucked for the past 100 years. That's basically how it works. And so it started earlier this year where anybody in the world, literally anybody in the world, could compete and make it into the tier 2 organization. And of those people, the 5 guys who we signed made it. They made it before we ever had signed them. They were just a group of players who had been on pro teams like FaZe and Luminosity and banded together and made it to a very exclusive group of 12 in North America in the Challengers League. Challengers because they're going to challenge the franchise teams to take their spot. And the way the Challengers League works is actually pretty simple. There's kind of 3 different phases. One is split 1, which we're in right now, where they just play each other round robin style. Then there's a tournament in the middle, and then there's split 2. All of this just earns you points. There's 12 teams. 8 teams with the highest points will go on to the Challenger playoffs. And the playoffs is a double elimination bracket where everybody goes against each other, those 8 teams, double elimination, and I think 2 make it through to go to the Ascension tournament. All right. And then the Ascension tournament is how you ascend. This is like stages of Super Saiyan at this point, from the tier 2 to the final franchise league. Because the Ascension is not just North American teams, it's also Latin American teams all together in an international tournament to see if they'll make it through to the final franchise spot. And only so many, I think 1 or 2 make it through that. So you got to be from the 12 to the 8 to the 1 to the 1. It's a long journey, basically. But it starts with little baby steps. And the next baby step is our match today. Now,
I was salty about this. I would have watched the match, but I didn't know what was happening because it wasn't like an announcement. I'm not on Twitter, really. I watched this video the day after it came out, and I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, I would have watched. Like, I watch esports like when I get off work, basically. If there's something on, like streaming on Twitch or something. So I wish I'd known. I wish I'd known.
Challengers
Mr.
League, you might
Pizza
think tier 2, it's not that
said
popular.
in the chat. Newbie, so I was browsing Netflix and I found Cowboy Bebop on it.
I'm for sure that was on Hulu.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. Oh, also I'm on season 4 of Rick and Morty.
You know what I'm buying on Friday? I know that I've been on break buying discs until I pay for my my online class, but that's already paid for. And I am still gonna have enough money for a car, so I'm gonna get back into buying discs slowly but surely. This Friday, it's still available. I will be buying the very rare Steelbook, I think, of season 4. There's only one person selling it for $100 on eBay. I'm gonna nab that bad boy. I usually wouldn't spend that much money, but I like Rick and Morty a considerable amount. So I think it would probably be worth it for me. I was hoping to get the entire series in Steelbooks, but apparently they didn't do that for some reason. I think they did a limited run of the season 4 discs, and they were like, "Oh, you guys like Steelbooks, huh?" And so now they're doing Steelbooks every season moving forward at retail prices, which makes it nice. Very convenient.
Well, it actually might be more clouded than the franchise teams. These are the people in tier 2 in North America. You got FaZe, you got TSM, you got G2, The Guard, all right? Us, Toast's team, not to mention M80 and Shopify Rebellion, which are 2 of the better teams also in the league. It's crazy stacked. And honestly, you might recognize more names here than you would even in the franchised league. So the viewership's actually been really good for it. And the match today is amongst us, or between us and the Turtle Troops. It's one one of the matches that gets you points that hopefully brings you from top 12 or from the 12 teams and challengers to top 8. Hopefully this all makes sense. I feel like I'm speaking pretty coherently. Anyway, all you need to worry about is tuning in to watch us today at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific in a
Mr.
best of
Pizza
3 against Turtle Troops,
said
where
in
the
the
Moist
chat,
Moguls, for the first time ever,
I should
are going to
probably
try to
watch more
frag out
anime.
and get some
I
points
mean, the main
and
one
work
I watched
on their
was the
journey
Naruto
to
series.
making it to the
I'm
franchise
such a nerd when
league.
it comes to Naruto
And
lore
I'll be
and
watching
power
it live on
scaling.
stream. And how else can you help? Well, just follow Moist. Honestly, give Moist some love, because they put $250,000 into this, and to be honest, it might be a fucking scam. It might be the worst investment of all time, because we might not see a penny of that back. But god damn it, do I love Valorant, and god damn it, do I suck at it. So I got to do something on stream that's better than me playing at a shit level, and this was my only idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm rooting for the Moist Moguls. I hope you guys become fans of the Moist Moguls. And if you do, follow Moist Esports on Twitter. If this was a huge scam, Charlie, and you lose $250,000, don't get mad at me. Say one of your classic lines. Poseidon's nipples, and get a really big sponsor. And hopefully, don't be mad at me. All right, I gotta go. See you later.
Also, you know what? Hold up. I just saw something. Someone I've been wanting to collab with is actually live right now. Dude, he's literally live, and I've been wanting to collab with him. Hold up. I'm literally gonna give him a call right now. Out of the blue. Yo, I wonder what his reaction would be like. Hold on, is he seeing that I'm calling him? He should see that I'm calling him. Wait, is he not? Wait, is he live on Twitch? Did he leave the platform? I thought he was streaming on YouTube. Bro, the dude switched to Twitch. Yo, I did not know this. Yo.
Joker, what's
Dude.
up?
Dude, answer my call, bro.
Yo, this guy's so stupid, bro.
Hold up.
Dumbass freaking quote, whatever. Template.
Come outside. I wrote you a love song, eh?
Dude, would answer my call, bro.
Don't even have a link into your stream. Oh.
Hold on.
Yo, that's a soul right there, bro.
Los tres hacemos una quesadilla.
Yo, that's a soul. I miss Lil Moco too, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. What happened though?
Come on, man.
Damn, remember the trio, Negro, Goggles, and
Come on, man. I'm trying to collab, bro.
Hey, I'm trying to call you right quick. Yo, newbie, what's up? My bad, bro. It's because I was already in that Discord with my friend, bro.
A man who worked for
Oh, I got you. I see.
25 years and deported thousands.
That makes sense. Hold on, let me see. I just wanted to... Let's see here.
And he was getting paid $100,000 for working for the Border Patrol. And he says that he still misses those times and even puts on his uniform every...
No, that's fake, because, like, how can you get a job without... you can't get a border patrol job without a citizenship, bro. Unless you use a fake one, but they'll catch right on. So this is fake, bro. Like,
every single day. And this is a
Bro, how
picture
do I
of
not
Raul
follow
Rodriguez
him? I thought for sure I was
reminiscing on those
following him.
times. He says that all of his co-workers at the Border Patrol...
Hold on, I'll call you, because my friend's going to leave right now, bro. My friend's going to leave to the store, so I'll hit you, right, bro? I got you.
Hey, yo.
I got you.
all betrayed him.
Hey, yo, let's go.
It was actually illegal. This all happened after his father fessed up that his American birth certificate was actually a fraud.
I knew
He was actually a Mexican national. And Border Patrol has now fired him. They say
that's crazy, bro. Yo, a fake visa could take you places, though.
Let's go. Okay, I think he's gonna pick up.
Yo!
I think he's gonna call. So for those of you who don't know, his name is Galaxy. He is a streamer. He does a lot of React content. He He's done Omegle streams before. Makes some interesting content. I pop to his streams occasionally, but I've never done a collab with him, and I've wanted to do a collab with him for a while. So let's see. Oh, I've seen that before. But he's not. Let's see. He's not picking up yet. So I'm gonna keep it moving until he hops on, and I'll just keep that window open because there was one more video that I wanted to react to. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Kai Cenat.
It's finally happened. My record for the most subs ever held by anyone on Twitch.tv has not just been broken, it's been shattered by Kai Cenat. It's trending all over Twitter, Reddit. If you haven't heard, my record was from April 2021 during my subathon where I hit 283,000 subs.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Bro, I have like boogers all up in my nose, bro. Like, in my...
okay, he's okay. He's not. You know, say what you want about Galaxy, but he is hilarious.
It means no. It does not mean I'm gay, bro.
Come on.
Okay, right here. Where you commented?
I'm saying, wait, you don't stream
bro,
on YouTube?
I didn't mean to do that, bro. I was just hurt at the moment, bro. Like, bro, getting my fucking heart broken, bro. For the fucking. Bro, that was an accident. Like, I didn't mean it, bro. Like,
Yo,
it's just like in the moment, bro.
Fucking life, bro. Fuck this shit, bro. Fuck this shit, alright, bro?
Bro, I was just mad at the moment, man.
I can't fucking play games no more, bro.
And I just remember that I can't play games today. I can't play games today, bro. Erico, you don't stream on YouTube?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
I just did a 24-hour stream, bro.
broke down.
I do stream on YouTube still. No, bro, no, Galaxy, we're good. It's just that it was in the moment, bro. You know, like I was just like, cause like you know when you don't sleep for like a long time.
Yo, that's
bro,
funny. That's funny.
It's just like in the moment, like you know when you don't sleep, you start hallucinating.
But in any case, I'm gonna keep it pushing. Let's see here. All right, let's keep it pushing.
Kai's at 290,000 subs with 2 days left, I think. He's going to break 300,000, and I don't even know.
Oh, hey, official Mike. I don't know why I called me daddy. That's weird.
Said in the
That's
chat.
weird.
Daddy.
That's weird. And sus. That's weird. I don't know why you're being so weird.
Official
I don't know why
Mike
you're being so weird.
said in the chat. I'm tripping on weed and watching the trade deadline.
Okay, so when you say something weird and such, you get to be like, "Oh, I'm on weed though." That's why.
He's able to pull off, and I figured I'd talk about it here. Obviously, it's been a while since I've been a Twitch streamer. I've been on YouTube for over a year now, so there's no way for me to improve that record. Not that I really think I ever had any chance. And my subathon was mostly a mistake, kind of an accident, to be honest. I had a appendicitis problem. I got surgery. I lost 15,000 subs.
Official Mike.
So I figured I would get them
said
back
in the chat,
by doing a subathon.
Want to get rid of a scammer? Just send M a pic of a gun and they get rid of
I wasn't
M.
even a top 10 streamer in the world.
I mean, that
But
works, I
let's
think.
be real. People know about me for my subathon. If you actually watch the subathon,
does that work? When we get rid of a scammer, send them a picture of a gun and they get rid of him? I don't know. But again, I don't talk to scammers. Because, like, where would scammers get to me?
Mike
Email?
said in the chat.
Scammers
like
can't...
a gun from Google.
Scammers can't get to me. The only scammers I know are on Instagram, but I have my account on, like, followers only because I only want people I actually legit know to follow me. So half the time, I don't accept requests.
Official Mike.
I do not accept requests for people to follow me usually.
Or satanic.
Like, hold on, let me see. I think I'll need to turn down the brightness in order for it to work. Oh yeah, here we go. Like, bro, I literally have like I have 330 follow requests on Instagram. Like, no joke. Like, all these people, half of these are just like literally just like they're either bots
Official
or like
Mike
Cedarville accounts.
Said in the chat. I think I'm high on hexanes from my OChem lab.
What's a hexane? I don't know what a hexane is.
That shit was boring as fuck. The most interesting part about my subathon was the clock in the corner, because it always seemed to teeter between 5 minutes and 30 minutes. So if you tuned in for a few minutes, you
Official
might think you would reach the end of it, but it
Said
just
in the
seemed
chat,
to never come until
I
the
have
month
0.
finally came up. Even the Wikipedia page, the content section is smaller than the earnings section. People cared more about how much I made than what I was actually doing on stream. Because what I was doing on stream was exercising my garage, watching movies, letting my moderators do it, or sleeping. It wasn't great content. And I've said this many times, and I'll repeat it here. Although I'm really happy with the subathon. I literally cried at
Official
the end of
Mike said in the chat,
I'm a little baby here.
hexane is a
Classic
6-carbon
Look at
molecule.
That's not-
Official
And
Mike
it's one of the best moments of my life
said in the
ever.
chat,
I genuinely cried tears
I
of
just
happiness
blocked those
because I was just
fuckers.
so overwhelmed with emotion. It was terrible for my channel. For the next month, 2 months after the subathon,
really terrible for his
everyone
channel.
unfollowed me because I doubled in followers. And after the subathon ended, they were like, oh, wait, I don't actually like this guy's content. I just liked watching the timer on his screen go down and be dangerously close to 0. And so I got really roasted for falling off. I didn't gain any viewership. I averaged about 20,000 before the subathon, and I averaged 20,000 after the subathon. And I thought I would. So it kind of stung, and I really changed a lot of how I do my content. I focused on events. I focused on doing other projects like my podcast or Moist Esports, because focusing just on live stream viewers was demoralizing. I'm still really happy with the record, and that's why I'm also okay with Kai breaking the record. Because I think if anyone were to do it, I do feel like Kai deserves it. Just purely in the amount of work he put into what this subathon is. He's at 296,000 right now.
That's
It seems like he's about
crazy.
to hit 300,000. But if you watched any of his subathon...
Hold on, wait. Did you get my message?
Damn, he was happy
Official
with a
Mike
mention.
No, I think he saw my message.
said in the chat,
Really well done.
Klaus
Like,
Schwab
he
is the
rented out an
Antichrist.
entire mansion in Los Angeles.
Bro,
he had a camera
man.
operator 24/7 with...
I keep trying to get. There's sometimes where I'm like, I will not get banned from YouTube, and then like official Mike's messages are out there, and I'm like, I don't know. Yo.
Official Mike
I've heard that
said
he's
in the
I've
chat,
heard that he's kind of shady,
he's
but
a Stalinist from the World Economic Forum.
I haven't dug into him like too much. Like I haven't like looked too much into him, so I don't know.
Different crews that would change the rooms that he was in, and he had people producing and planning out content for every day of the 30 days of the subathon. Just look through his YouTube channel and you can see he had people cosplaying as Hogwarts characters. He had a lie detector test. He did a Hot Ones thing, classic trying the box
it's
challenge.
crazy.
I mean, there's literally like months of ideas packed in to a single subathon. He had KSI. He had like a bunch of celebrities on. He had some rappers on. It was crazy.
Official Mike
It was actually
said
well
in the
done.
chat,
It was not just a guy who
he
was sleeping and
supports
having his
Joseph
moderators do a
Stalin
lot of
and
the heavy
Vladimir
lifting,
Lenin.
like I did. Now, at the end of the day, I think losing a record maybe hurts a little bit, but there is one record that I know Kai will never get. And he'll never take it away from me. In fact, I think it might be the record that lasts the longest on Twitch until the website eventually shuts down. Sure. He's gained more subs than me. Whoopee. All right? All right? It's a community effort. He keeps all the money, like I did. Classic. Hey, come on, Kai. Come on. That's not a bad payday. That's not a bad payday.
True.
But the one record that I will always keep is the biggest drop-off in Twitch history. Because I went from 280...
Official Mike said in the chat,
Yo,
every time I go in Giga Chad's streams, Giga Chad always questions what drugs I am
like
on.
a number, like he took like the L that he had of losing half of his followers after a subathon, and literally said like, "Hey, I bet Kai won't be able to do this." Was Kai gonna be like, "Oh yeah, chat, yeah, chat, I'm gonna be able to lose half my sub, half my followers. Yeah, unfollow me. I'm like, what's Kai gonna do? Right?
3,066 subs down
Official
to
Mike
0. I don't have a
said in the
single
chat,
sub. I'm not even
I
subbed to
should
myself.
dream in
I don't have a sub
Hogwarts
button.
Legacy.
And so unless Kai switches over to kick.com and gets kicked off Twitch, he should be doing the same. He should never break that record. And that's the one thing I'll try to end on here, Kai, in Twitch especially. It's time to give the man the bag, all right? The new king of Twitch. All right, it's really great to commemorate that in a tweet.
Yes,
but now pay the man, Twitch. He has earned you the most money any human has ever earned you in a single month in Twitch history. Time to give him a bag so he sticks around for the next couple years. I think it's deserved for all he's done for the platform in terms of showing it off to a lot of new people, celebrities,
Official Mike,
other creators,
said in the chat,
viewers who would not normally
Stream
watch
Hogwarts
Twitch.
Legacy.
Me? Nah. I'm not really into Harry Potter. I don't care about Harry Potter. I know that apparently like J.K. Rowling is like based in like the most civil way possible, but I honestly don't care about J.K. Rowling. I don't care about Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not going to be someone who hops on the bandwagon and plays the game just because of her political opinions. I think that's about as cringe as deciding not to play the game because of her political opinions. Like, bro, I barely beat the first level of GTA. Like, I have other games. I have like Into the Gungeon, which that's a game that I haven't told y'all, but I plan on playing that on stream as well. Like,
I will have it a cadaver of the woke people.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have time to play Hogwarts Legacy, and I don't care about Harry Potter. I don't want to play the game, and it costs money. Those are 4 really good reasons for me not to play the game. I'm sorry, but you know, if you stream it, I'll watch you. Thorben has streamed it, and I watched him play it as well. But I'm just not interested enough to buy the game, download the game, and then play it on stream when I have other ongoing series that I could very easily be continuing.
More YouTube focused. I think he has blown up the platform in a lot of ways, and
Official Mike
be duly rewarded
said in
for
the
that,
chat,
and also secure.
there is no
so that he
free
doesn't
will. It's
take-
all electrical and chemical signaling.
Man,
Official Mike
bro,
said in the chat,
you're
just become a televangelist.
Bro, what are you doing? You're like, you're just one full like determinist for like no reason.
Official Mike said in the chat,
We're full on determinist for no
OBTW
reason.
Giga Chat, I bought a microphone.
No reason. What microphone did you buy?
Take that spark that he has and use it on another website when he has done so much for Twitch. So anyway, I figured a lot of people were curious about my thoughts on the record breaking. I'm happy for Kai. I think it's overall a good thing, and it's much more deserved than what mine was, which was just a lot of luck, good timing, COVID booming the Twitch website, and my appendix randomly bursting on a ski trip. What's my new goals now? What records do I want to achieve? I don't know. Maybe I can get the biggest drop off on YouTube subscribers and I can get canceled 10 times over. Or maybe I'll dye my hair blue to avoid that. Anyway, that's all. That's all. Shout out Kai. Subscribe if you're watching this, and I'll see you guys later.
Too
All right,
much of just like I play it safe politically in order to be banned. Like, bro, this dude gets banned. Nobody's safe. He like, if you watch some of his earlier mogul mails, it's pretty obvious and becomes pretty clear that he's pretty politically correct. Pretty politically correct. All right, hold on. I'm just giving up on the possibility of having Galaxy do a call on stream. I think all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit in the hope that while I'm editing and while he's still live, he wants to do the call. So we'll see. But I know he's doing his own thing on his stream right now.
Said in
So
the chat, Axgear
But we'll check this
USB
out.
desktop microphone.
okay, you know what? I'm gonna look this up because I don't know if you've heard the news, but I'm starting a podcast, political podcast, and I decided to go out and get an actual microphone. Let's see here. So to get an actual microphone. This is so obscure. There's not even a review of it on YouTube. Is there like Axe Gear USB desktop microphone? Bro, where did you find reviews for this thing? Do you even know if it's good? I mean, I hope you didn't just go and just find the cheapest thing and buy it. Did you? Yo, I feel bad for laughing, but this is your fault. You wait a second. Wait a second. So you bought this. It's $12. 3.5 stars. Of
Official
too
Mike
many,
Mike.
too many 1 and 2 star reviews
It was
for
on
my taste.
Amazon.
I'ma say this. I mean, this is so cheap it's not even worth returning, but you should not have bought this. You should not have bought
Mr.
this,
Pizza
okay?
Said in
Okay,
the
hold
chat.
on.
Did Mike get a mic like
I'm gonna get
Nathan
into
has?
this. I'm gonna get into this. I haven't seen Nathan's mic. Hold on. I'm gonna get into this. Okay, there are 3 different types of mics. Now, if you want to stream,
Mr.
and
Pizza said in the chat. $12 Walmart mic.
Okay, give me 1 second. There are 3 types of mics that I think are probably fine for you to get. There is let's see. Let's see, where's the one that I own? Is MPOW really not selling it anymore? Okay, there are 2 headsets. There are 2 headsets that I think are probably fine for you to buy. Let's see here. Now, the first one, this is actually the one that I got. Hold on, let's see here. Okay, so this is the microphone. This right here is actually the exact same microphone
Official
that I'm
Mike
using
Mike
right now.
Said in the chat. I'm broke.
Okay, if you're broke, then you should buy your equipment on eBay. That's like, so for example, the webcam that I'm using right now typically goes for about like $80 to $90 or so. At the time I bought this webcam, I was budgeting very tightly. I went on eBay, I found it for like $30.
Said in the
I mean,
chat.
honestly,
that's why.
If you're at a certain level of money as well, you just shouldn't buy anything. If you're the only thing you could afford is a $12 microphone, just save $12 more and then buy an okay microphone like this one. I'm using the Yeti, the Blue Yeti Snowball. I got for like $40, $30 or so, because I got it on sale. And like this camera I also got for like $30 because it was used on eBay. Like, don't be afraid to get used stuff from eBay. If you buy stuff from eBay, especially if it's used, the price will go down dramatically. So you may be broke, but you might still be able to afford this microphone. Also, this is the microphone that I have recently purchased. And it's the one that I am going to be using for the podcast. I technically will be able to use it for streaming, but I don't want to have a microphone that like it shows up on screen, which is why I picked the Snowball, because it's a condenser microphone, which means it picks up everything in the whole room, and then I run compression on it just to make sure that everything is audible, so the stuff in the background isn't like incredibly quiet. But this is like a dynamic microphone, so it's for, you know, putting up to your mouth. It's for having like all the way up in your face. It's for having it close to you and speaking directly into it, because it doesn't pick up stuff in the background that well. It's been compared to the SM7B.
Said in the chat. Blue Snowball is my mic. It's pretty good. Slap some OBS compressors on it, then boom,
I will
you
say
good.
though, I've seen some really good reviews of this, and I'll do a live review when I set this up live on stream. But this microphone right here has been compared to the Shure SM7B. The Shure SM7B is a microphone that retails at $400. It's the gold standard of streamers. We were watching Mogul Mail. That's the microphone that Ludwig uses. I've seen comparisons of this microphone with the Shure SM7B, and it literally sounds exactly the same. So I'm hoping that this ends up giving me some good quality. And yeah, so we'll see. But I would highly recommend this microphone to anyone, especially if after I test it, it ends up being good. And plus, it literally sounds like an XLR microphone, but it also it can be used just with USB. So it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. I'm looking forward to getting it. But yeah, these are the two microphones I'd recommend. Just look for these on eBay and see if you can get one for even like $20. Like, I'm literally gonna look it up right now. Blue Yeti Snowball. Bro. Let's see. Okay, so Blue Yeti Snowball, and I'm just checking, will rent you about $20 to $30. You know, but honestly, it's worth saving the money, man. You should, like, don't spend $12 on a microphone. I think if you can't spend, like, there's a certain level where, like, if you can't spend it on something, like, if you can't spend the money on the equipment that you want used, don't buy a terrible version of that. That's how, for example, I would end up, instead of using this microphone or this webcam, end up using something like this, right? This is a budget microphone, a budget camera that my brother bought because he wanted to do stop motion, and this is just like a cheap webcam that would work for it. This is not good. It's not worth spending even $15 on this thing when I could just save up another $15 and then switch over to this, right? So just don't buy cheap equipment, man. I would tell you guys, don't buy insanely cheap equipment. But it's late, man. It is late, so it's time for us to wind the stream down. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed having you guys on. I enjoyed teasing my little podcast. Looking forward to that. I think that's going to be starting within like the next 3 weeks or so. So that'll be really fun. Really fun. I don't have links for the podcast yet. But once I do, I'll share those in my Discord. I think we might make a new Discord for the podcast too. Not 100% sure yet, but we'll see. But anyways, it's late. I'm getting kind of tired. So I'm going to go ahead and peace out, because I also got to edit the clip for tomorrow. So, but anyways, peace out, y'all. I will see you guys later. Don't forget to join the Discord. Peace.